106.3 KXNO, Des Moines Sports Station. Live from the TNT Landscaping and Nursery Studios, you're listening to 106.3 KXNO. Wake up, Iowa.
Rise and shine.
It's butt whipping time.
It's the first quarter with Heather Burnside and Alec Bussey.
In the morning, I splash it on, and it makes me smell mainly.
On 106.3 KXNO and the Iowa Sports Radio Network.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Wake up, gentlemen, it's late.
Good morning and happy Wednesday. We're glad you're here starting your day on the first quarter. It's Heather Burnside, Alec Bussey, producer Tyler Allen. As always, big show, a lot planned for you. The Sports Six Pack is coming up later this hour. Headlines are at 7. At 7:25, we're going to have someone from the Des Moines Arts Festival come in here. That's coming up. And then at 8 o'clock, it's Ask 50, brought to you by AE Dairy. Also want to remind everybody it's our silver anniversary at KXNO. And we want to send you to Las Vegas for an unforgettable experience brought to you by our friends at Circa. We're sending 6 winners and their guests to Las Vegas for the KXNO Circa Silver Anniversary Las Vegas experience. This is August 9th through the 12th. 1 grand prize winner is going to get round-trip airfare, a 3-night stay at Circa, some vouchers to help out with food and drinks, 2 days with a day bed at Circa Stadium Swim, a VIP sportsbook experience, a meet and greet with Mike Palm and Derek Stevens from Circa, a night out the Legacy Club, and more. So make sure you sign up early, sign up often at KXNO.com. How are you guys doing?
Good. Always good to be in studio. Hoping it rains this morning, preferably hard.
Why?
Cut the grass yesterday afternoon, and we've had some small issues with weeds growing in there. So I went and bought a weed and feed fertilizer. And since we're under the lawn watering ban for some chemical reason that I'm not fully comprehending.
It's nitrates.
Yeah, I need it to rain because you're supposed to have it watered after dropping this fertilizer.
I would be curious to know because yes, we are under a lawn watering ban, but they have said that you can still water flower beds. You can, I think, do sod if you've just laid it down. So maybe you could do like a one-time watering should we happen to not get rain on your fertilizer that you just put down.
Okay. Well, you told me it's okay. Your husband is a police officer. I'm just going to say it's okay then.
I don't know. I do know that
you'll be my
exceptions.
human shield of why it's okay. I appreciate you taking the bullets for
However,
me.
it
That'll
does
stand up in a court of law for sure.
And it won't, but it does look like it's fairly well.
I'm
my
afraid it might
future
say
radar
a little north.
looks like it's going to maybe for the most part miss us. Although now it's finally showing that maybe by a little later this hour we could get some rain.
Yeah, it might stay north.
No, I'm doing the future radar track, and it's again, I'm just crossing my fingers for you.
I appreciate
now
it.
It's saying that it is going to at least come through a little bit.
Well, I was so confident that it was going to rain this week because I heard on our WHO weather report that there was a 100% chance of rain.
I know that caught all of our attention. It's like
that was said Monday.
Not even Ed Wilson says that.
Yeah, that was said Monday.
You can't do that
during one of our commercial breaks. And I said, hey, you know that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? I forget the movie title and it's turned into like a big GIF where he is sitting back in the chair and he sits up and he like points at the TV. That was like my reaction when
Don't Look Up?
Yeah, with Jennifer Lawrence is also in that.
He's
movie.
in like the yellow shirt and he's
got glasses and
that's kind of a depressing movie if you watch it.
I've never seen it because, to be really honest, the reviews I read about it were like, I mean, it's happening in real life. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, if you really want to see Leonardo DiCaprio act, please go see this movie. If you, want to get the full force, just turn on the news.
Yeah, it's kind of depressing.
But like that was my reaction when it was said
on
the air, 100% chance of rain. I was like, well, what? That's not usually how that's said. So we did have a good laugh about that during one of our breaks on Monday.
I'm impressed that you're handling your own weed control.
Well, it's not that bad. Like, it's not so bad in our lawn that I needed to hire someone. I have flirted with the idea of True Green. I know that you have used Weedman in the past, so we kind of talked about doing that. We want to see if we can figure it out on our own this spring, this summer, before, investing in professional lawn care help next year if necessary. Because if we're able to get things under control this year, give it some good color, give it some good volume, all of those things, then we would be able to save money and not have to, purchase professional lawn care. And also what I've learned, you can go buy fertilizers at Menards and things that are not very expensive, and it's not hard to do. So I'm trying to figure it out on my own. I'm a first-time homeowner trying to see if I can do things on my own.
I will say this about Weedman versus True Green. We had, and I don't know how many weeds you haven't or what kind of weeds you found in your lawn, but we had some of these big, thorny, like they have bristles on them, weeds that grow quickly that were along our fence line. But what was really getting irritating is they were starting to sprout up all over our backyard. And nothing was getting rid of them, even when we had True Green coming out and treating our lawn. Weedman has gotten rid of the thistly weeds that were pretty much, like I said, not just they started along the tree line. They would grow up quickly, but they've really done a great job. All of the weeds, for the most part, gone. The only weeds that weren't gone, and this is not their fault, because we didn't tell them to do it, but there were some weeds growing up under the deck.
Yeah,
and I got my own thing of Roundup and just went in there and took care of that myself.
You got to pull and spray.
Yeah, that's the part that sucks. But you're right. Even when you do professional landscaping, you have to keep an eye out, spray for weeds occasionally, pull weeds occasionally. Yeah, not my favorite thing to do.
No, it's one of the worst outdoor projects.
So Tyler, you were missed at trivia last night.
I got the text. Elway.
That was
to Marino.
The drive.
It was the drive
against the Cleveland
Browns. And for
Browns.
some reason, I thought that 86 was too early. But what I was thinking was when Elway finally won a Super Bowl, but that was the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
But in his defense, 5-0 guest John Elway was the quarterback of the drive again. And all it was who led a 92-yard drive that became known as the drive in the 86 AFC Championship. It didn't say, obviously, versus the Browns or anything.
Yeah.
So Tyler, you were not there and they texted you this?
Yeah, but the thing is
to confirm whether or not 5-0 had gotten the answer right.
After you had submitted your answer, of course. I see.
Then the picture round.
Oh, my God. But I lived in Denver for 8 years, so I heard about the drive ad nauseum.
Well, it's one of the most famous possessions in NFL
remember the drive?
history.
No, I don't remember the drive. Thank you very much. Can I get a sandwich now?
The picture round was screenshots of science fiction movies, and our son Kellen got maybe half of them.
Okay. I knew most of them.
But yeah.
Looper instead of Lobster. The Lobster has a very similar movie poster, but then I saw Bruce Willis and I'm like, Bruce Willis appears twice in that list. 12 Monkeys and Looper.
Yeah.
Weird. But yeah,
we
I wish I
were
would have been there.
5-0 and I would have been lost without Kellen on that round.
Yeah.
And the next round was in the middle. It was called the theme was in the middle. So it was and I can't believe I got this wrong. That was one of the answers was what actor played Malcolm in the Middle.
Frankie Muniz.
Yeah,
I would have gotten that, but I would have just.
I got that, and I could have gotten bonus points. Currently, he's a race car driver.
Yeah,
is he really?
Yeah.
So Frankie Muniz,
he raced at Iowa Speedway, I think.
Yeah, apparently read up on him, but he had a lot of memory issues from when he was on Malcolm in the Middle, so he doesn't remember a lot of filming the show. So he, according to him, he's kind of starting life over, I guess, because he doesn't really remember that time of his life. So he's trying out all sorts of different things, and racing is one of the things that's really captivated him. So he's kind of a fascinating guy. He's still as tall as he was on Malcolm in the Middle. A lot of child stars that will happen to.
Is he short or tall?
He's short.
Okay. They're remaking this show.
Well, that's one reason why he's a good race car driver. So he's short.
Yeah.
What's it called? Malcolm in the Middle, life. I just Googled it. Malcolm in the Middle, life still unfair. One season, You can watch it on Hulu and Disney Plus, which makes sense.
I'll
Those
ask you guys
platforms are
this
together.
question because I can't believe I got it wrong. It was basically which Kardashian sister is the founder of KKW Beauty? First of all, KKW probably should have tipped me off. But it was basically, I was more involved with, okay, who's the middle child of the Kardashian sisters? Is it Kourtney, Kim, or Khloe? I knew Khloe was the youngest.
The middle is Kim.
See? And KKW
Kim
Beauty,
Kardashian West.
West. Yeah, that duh. I guess though that
yeah.
Kourtney was the middle one. I could have sworn that Kim was the oldest Kardashian sister. I was wrong.
She was the first one to
I
get
could have
famous,
understood
so
you-
that's why.
I could have understood you saying Kylie Jenner.
No, it was a Kardashian. It was specifically a
Oh, okay.
Kardashian.
Then because Kylie has gotten to be a billionaire because of her influence in the
From
beauty
doing
care. and-
absolutely nothing but standing there in front of cameras.
No,
Good
she
job.
she has like a beauty
She
Yeah.
does sell it.
makeup.
Yeah.
What do
And
you?
she started
products.
from nothing. She started from
Well,
nothing,
yeah, that's
just
true.
rags to riches. I mean, she literally was in a little. Wait, hang on. No, that's wrong. She started as a rich person, and now she's more richer. Good for her. Wow.
No, the real irony, I
work.
get where Tyler's going with this, but the real irony is she got her beauty empire started by selling lip kits because she got a lot of plastic surgery and filler on her lips, and now they're huge. And yet, no, it's because of these lip kits. Please buy my lip kits. Girl, fine. You have a nice product. I'm not going to in any way, shape, or form say that's why your lips look the way they do. You should compare photos of her when she was
I've seen
15
them.
to now.
Yeah, I've seen them.
She had no lips when she was a teenager.
I'm familiar with the photos. You know which one? You know which sister looks like a natural progression of life though?
Kendall. is the
legit
most-
looks like
But
she's
even
just
she's
grown up and matured. Now there's been probably
she's even had
minor-
plastic surgery.
some minor
too.
work done there here and there, but for the most part,
minor.
no, hers isn't that. Hers is not.
I'm going to back him up on
Yeah.
this. Of the 5 Kar-Jenner crew, she is by far the one that's had the least amount of work done.
I was just
Because the 3 main Kardashian sisters are now in their 40s, 50s. I don't know how.
Khloe
I don't know how
might
old
still be in
Khloe
her
is.
30s. But yeah, Kim and Kourtney are in their 40s. And Khloe looks practically unrecognizable. You watch that documentary on Netflix about Lamar Odom. By the way, do suggest you watch it. It was riveting television of how that guy could go from an NBA championship to basically dying in a Las Vegas brothel. But
Yeah,
she looks nothing like she did when she was married to Lamar Odom.
Khloe is 41 now.
Oh, she is. Now they're all in their 40s.
Yeah,
All
they
right.
age between 28 and 47. I thought Kourtney would have been 50.
So Kylie is 28 now.
Kylie is 28, Kendall is 30, Khloe is 41, Kim is 45, and Kourtney, the eldest sister, is 47. Now, here's a real trivia question, Heather. Tyler, if you want to jump in on this, you can. What's the name of the son?
Rob.
Yeah, Rob. That is correct. Tyler looked at me like there's a boy.
my point was about the plastic surgery is and now you can see me. I'm just gorgeous the way I am. I don't need no plastic surgery. So
Tyler,
any
hold on.
amount
Did
of
you-
plastic surgery?
Did you
is
did
too
you
much.
shave last night?
I have my summer mustache going on. What do you guys like it? Summer mustache.
Do you want the truth?
I'm gonna just go and remove myself from the screen, I guess.
No, I'm a bigger beard fan and a what do you call it?
Goatee?
A goatee fan than I am a mustache.
A
Well,
Fu
no.
Manchu?
I couldn't grow a mustache for a long, long time. I just had beard hair, and like from time to time, I'd let it grow. But now that I can grow a mustache, man, what a mustache!
Are you getting any feedback on these singles nights when are you show up rocking?
They
the
haven't had
mustache?
singles nights in a while, and I
Okay.
have showed up. Actually, we did a '70s themed one time. Where
Okay, the 70s theme. That's
Yeah.
appropriate that you show up with the mustache.
I wore a Western shirt with like the pearl buttons, type of stuff, snaps. You know what I mean? And the thing, and yeah, it was
I
great.
used to rodeo as a kid. Of course, I know,
You
what
know
you're
exactly
talking about.
what I'm talking about.
But I'm not I prefer full beard. That's just me though. You don't care what I think.
Well, I mean,
You gotta
I do
care what some of the ladies think, though.
Yeah, well, yeah. Since you're not a
The
single
ladies.
lady, I don't care as much about what you think about my beard as say a single lady would.
Tyler, have you ever thought of using a dating app?
I have, yeah. And here's how
Which
dating
ones?
apps, all of them. Here's how dating
Have
apps
you
work.
used
All
Hinge?
of them.
Yep.
That's
Plenty
how
of
he met
Fish,
Lily. So
Tinder. What was the other one?
it
I
was
can't
Hinge,
remember.
right?
Yeah, I've used Hinge because they were like, "Hey, this is designed to be deleted." And here's the thing: is for me.
By the way, that is a phenomenal catchphrase for a dating app.
yeah, but
Designed to be deleted. That's really good.
not really work for me because here's how dating apps work for me. I join and I don't want to pay. And so I set up my profile and stuff and I do everything and I have fun doing that. And then I get done doing my profile and you have a message. I'm like, wow, already?
It's a welcome message.
Sign up and subscribe for a year to be able to see this message. I will. And it's a bot. Every dating app I have ever used, it goes exactly like that. And then I'll go, you know what? I'm going to leave it up for a while and just not worry about it and not care if I get messages or whatever. It's nothing happens. I don't know if the algorithm is, oh, is that a bald guy with sunglasses? No, we got to push that. The algorithm's like, no, I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay,
but
are you wearing
do well.
sunglasses on your?
Some of them. I mean, those are my regular glasses. My.
I know, but I would.
shades.
And again, I don't know if you're going to go back on
Well,
a
no, I
dating
need
app.
your advice from
but
this
I would-
stuff. You
I
guys
would
both
lose-
have partners.
I would lose the sunglasses
Okay.
on your profile.
A lot of my photos do, but some of them don't. I usually include a picture of myself with my friend's dog because that's like a good, like, hey, he
Women
likes
love dogs.
You can borrow Rocco for your
Yeah.
next. You need to lose the sunglasses and
Okay.
take a picture with a golden retriever, and that will
Okay,
up
Tyler.
your chances
What about-
greatly.
Tyler, here's what you need to do.
Okay.
You
Advice.
need to go get professional / semi-professional photos done with Rocco. Make those a few of your photos on various
I so want to
dating
do
platforms.
this would be awesome.
Okay.
This would be great.
When you get a few likes,
Yeah.
and you inevitably start talking about your dog, mention that your dog died. And
No, I don't want that.
While
I
looking-
don't want that put
while
on
looking-
Rocco.
you're so sad. You're looking for a new friend. You're looking for a new life
Friend.
partner. That'll create some sympathy. That will help you get dates.
I don't-
Actually, don't.
And here's the
don't
or
kill the dog
You don't
off.
even need to say your dog died.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
could just say you no longer have him.
No, you should say don't kill the dog. You may, you can either go the way of no explanation
I
at
had
all.
to give him up.
No, you
or,
have to
yes,
get. Yeah,
you lost him in a bad breakup.
Yes.
Or you lost him in a breakup, not even a bad breakup. You lost him in a breakup because he meant so much to your girlfriend who you still really like and care about that you let
It was
her
an
keep
amicable
him.
split.
Yes, very amicable
Yes.
split.
Yes.
I can still go visit him if I want.
'Cause
no,
I'm
don't
emotional
don't do that
mature.
because then you're going to visit the ex-girlfriend.
I'm emotionally mature, but here's the thing. I don't want any sympathy is the last thing I want on a woman's mind if she's attracted to me. Does that make sense? Like, I don't want that to be the reason, like, oh, I feel bad for him. I guess I'll go out with
No,
him.
but
Like,
Tyler,
no.
what you just need to get your foot in the door. Whatever it takes for you to get your foot in the door with a woman on a dating app is all it takes. And if you get on the date and they ask how your dog is doing or what happened with the dog, then you keep the lie going for a little bit.
No,
you
you
keep
don't
the bit. No, you keep the bit going for a little bit, and then if things get serious, you say, "Hey, I wanted to be. I'm going to be honest with you. This is the real story with the dog. It is my coworker's dog.
I'm gonna
I don't want to
disagree.
live in a lie.
Yeah, you should not lie at all.
I don't want to live in this lie.
You don't
So
lie at all.
Here is how I'm feeling. This is what happened. I really care for you. I hope we can continue to keep
Don't
this
lie
going."
at all.
At which point they will be like, wow, not only did this guy come forth and be honest with me,
Don't lie at all. Don't lie at all.
what
You need to do is just say, that's my coworker. If the dog comes up at all in the
Yeah.
first couple of dates, say,
Yeah.
yeah, that's my coworker's dog. I was dog sitting for, and I love that dog. I wish he belonged to me just because I love dogs. But
Yeah.
right now, I feel like I don't want to have I know that dogs take a lot of time and effort, and I'm more into just going out and meeting people like you at the moment.
Did I tell you what I did real quick?
Do not lie at all,
no,
and
I
then
won't.
come back and say, "Oh yeah, actually, that's my coworker."
Yesterday, I was at the grocery store, and this woman walked by, and she was just incredible. and I've never done this before. And I said to myself, I've told myself at this stage in my life, take more chances. Okay. Especially if the consequences are, oh, she says no. But I saw this woman, I'm standing there waiting for the chicken place to open up, so I can get my chicken dinner. And there's these 3 ladies in front of me. So I'm standing there and I look and I see her and I'm like, just go for it. And I just walked up to her. I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. I never approach women in grocery stores, but you're absolutely gorgeous. Are you seeing anybody?
That's the right way to do it.
And she said, yeah.
Okay, but like,
but it was worth it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
What's the worst she could say? Yes, I am. Okay.
I'm going to be totally honest with you guys. And I don't know why I'm going to share this story on the air. Good morning, Mom. Good morning, Lils. So my freshman year of college, going to fraternity rush parties for the first 3-4 weeks of college with a group of guys and big group of people. The group of guys, I'm not going to, I didn't go home with a lot of people, but I was getting phone numbers or Snapchats, pretty frequently of girls. And at one point, one of the guys that I was going out with was like, dude, what are you saying to get this information? I was like, honestly, I don't really know, but I'm just we'll be going to get a drink together or whatever. And I'll say, you're really pretty or nice shoes or whatever. It just was like a slide in to, and it worked a lot. And they were like, it cannot be that easy. I was like, I don't really think it is that easy, but it's working. If you have confidence enough to talk to them in the first place, honestly, you have it way up on a lot of the guys in the bar. Yeah,
you really do. Because most of those guys are like, well, she's too pretty.
That's just an intimidating
You know
thing
what
to do.
she's thinking? She's thinking, man, I wish one of these guys would come and talk to me.
284-5966. Jordan has dating advice for Tyler. Good morning, Jordan.
Good morning. I actually was just calling in to say I would volunteer to do these semi-professional photos with Rocco.
Hell yes.
All right.
Can we do a family photo? And can we do those ones where it's the main photo and then up in the corner there's a different photo looking off? You know what I mean? The school photos.
No.
Can we do that?
Those for my mother-in-law.
Hell yes, Jordan. We're up.
You look like stepbrothers with Rocco. That's
yes.
nice.
Yes. Jordan, stay on the line. I'm going to get your info.
Wow. Jordan coming up in the clutch. Wow.
That's awesome.
Wow. Look at this. Tyler's going to be married by the end of the year, Heather. I'm calling it.
Not maybe married. I want to see him happily coupled by the end of the year. 515-284-5966. You can tweet at us at KXNO First Quarter. Up next, the T-Mobile Call of the Day and the Sports Six Pack on the Iowa Sports Radio Network. The sour cream dips from AE Dairy are iconic. My dad's perfect sides for his big juicy burger since I've been a kid is potato chips and some AE chive dip. That's always been a favorite, along with the AE Dairy Classics French onion, toasted onion, ranch, French onion garlic, and the party dip. But there are now so many more dips to choose from. Party dip with Lola's hot sauce, Mexican style, and hot jalapeno Mexican style. And now introducing the new hot honey sour cream dip. This is smooth, silky sour cream blended with golden honey and a hint of heat that creates a flavor that starts sweet and finishes with the kick. It's balanced, bold, and made for dipping, drizzling, or adding a little zing to your favorite recipes. AE Dairy sour creams and dips are perfect for get-togethers and sharing a meal. Plus, there's a lot of ways to use them in dishes and recipes, too. Don't see the new Honey Hot Sour Cream dip in stores? Go to aedairy.com to find their products and get great recipes, too.
From the iHeartRadio Traffic Center.
KXNO play-by-play traffic.
On 8035 westbound, 12-minute drive time east Mixmaster to get to the West Mix. 235-7 from either Mixmaster to downtown, and no slowdowns in Ankeny. I-35 so far on your Wednesday morning commute.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Shop DeWalt deals at Lowe's. Get a free Select DeWalt 20-volt max power tool when you buy a Select 20-volt max 5AH battery kit 2-pack. Valid through 6/24 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
Christian Bethancourt with a homer and 4 RBI'd out the Iowa Cubs take down the Indianapolis Indians 13-7. Major League Baseball, Yankees crushed the White Sox 12-2. Rockies beat the Cubs 5-2. Chiefs receiver Rashi Rice was released from jail after serving a 30-day probation violation sentence, missing the team's offseason workouts and mandatory minicamp. I'm Ron Tomas.
If you're going to switch cell phone plans, go with the company that's made it a mission to end dead zones, and that's T-Mobile. T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular are joining forces and covering you in more places. That means cell service, even in the remote corners of rural Iowa, plus America's best 5G network with T-Mobile. Make the switch in just 15 minutes and start enjoying the perks like T-Mobile's 5-year price guarantee. There's deals when you bundle with 5G home internet and enjoy Apple TV, Hulu, and Netflix free with some plans. Plus, get the Samsung Galaxy S26 or the iPhone 17 when you make the switch. And T-Mobile offers up to $800 per line to pay off your old phones, too. T-Mobile is now available at U.S. Cellular stores. The best mobile network is based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. The combination of T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular's network footprints will enhance the T-Mobile network coverage area. Price guarantee on talks, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular. Better together. Tell them Heather sent you in.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One,
is coming back to Las Vegas.
September 18th and 19th at T-Mobile Arena. Streaming live on Disney Plus and Hulu.
And you can be there.
For a weekend full of superstar performances.
Are you ready?
Once-in-a-lifetime moments you'll have to see to believe.
We're getting this party going, huh?
Only limited single-night tickets remain. Get yours while you still can now at AXS.com. And we'll see you at our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Presented by Capital One.
We all have someone we love, like the favorite lyric in our favorite song. You can't imagine life without them. So tell them today, I love you. Get screened. It could help save their life. Visit cancer.org/getscreened to learn more.
This Father's Day weekend, get to Clive Power Days, June 18th through the 20th. Save with season best deals on Toro mowers. Take 15% off Echo handhelds Friday. Plus, daily prize raffles and free Clive Power swag. No purchase necessary. Clive Power Equipment, 73rd and University in Clive.
I'll be on Court Avenue this Friday at 2 for the FIFA World Cup 26 as Team USA takes on Australia. Watch the game on a huge TV that spans Court Avenue. Grab some Mick Ultra swag and watch the World Cup with fellow soccer fans at this free event this Friday on Court Avenue.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
Heather and Alec are back in 60 seconds right here on 106.3 KXNO.
Ready to light up the sky? Head to Central Iowa Fireworks, Iowa's largest fireworks stand. In Newton, just off exit 164, 1 mile north. Over 1,000 different fireworks items. Incredible buy one, get 4 free deals. From fountains and artillery shells to complete backyard shows. Central Iowa Fireworks has everything you need for an unforgettable celebration. Open daily from 10 to 9. Central Iowa Fireworks, Newton, exit 164, 1 mile north. Stock up and light up the night.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup update.
Team France opened up World Cup play yesterday, beating Senegal 3-1 with history made during the match by superstar Kylian Mbappe.
Well, Mbappe! That's another one! Out of nowhere!
Mbappe scored twice, becoming France's all-time record goal scorer. Meanwhile, Team USA continues preparing for its next match in Seattle on Friday against Australia.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app. Wake up, Iowa. It's the first quarter with Heather Burnside and Alec Bussey on 106.3 KXNO and the Iowa Sports Radio Network.
Messi flying forward. Leo Messi! Another majestic moment for Lionel Messi. Look at deflection high from range. Big deflection. Got it home. That's 2 for Messi. Back to Messi. Messi! 1 of 1. Never to be replicated.
So I feel like my timing last night could not have been more impeccable. We get home from trivia. I turn on the TV. The World Cup is on. And I didn't see his entire hat trick, but one of the first things I see when I turn on the World Cup is Lionel Messi scoring a goal as Argentina defeats Algeria 3-0 last night. I feel like after a lot of doomsday predictions about how the World Cup was going to go in the United States, it seems like everybody that's coming here is having a fabulous time. The crowds look great. It's I'm even getting a little caught up in it, and I can't wait to be down on Court Avenue this Friday when Team USA plays.
With your Mickey Ultras.
That's just an added bonus that
Only
Michelob
96
Ultra is going to be
cals.
there. But yeah, it's going to be fun. The last week when I was there to get the party started, but then Team USA didn't play until 8. So I was down there well before the game got going, but it's going to be cool. Especially the weather's been really nice. So you can make it down to Court Avenue this Friday at 2:00. You can join me for this big street party they've got going on. They've blocked off a block of Court Avenue. They have a huge outdoor TV where you can watch all the action. So that's all going on Friday. Let's get started now at the Sports Six Pack.
Oh, man, my favorite part of the day. Drinking beers in the morning with you guys. Iowa freshman guard Ethan Harris is wearing number 0, and Illinois State transfer guard Tyree Coleman is wearing number 1 for the Hawkeyes. What do you think makes a good basketball number?
I feel like there's a few general factors. Like some numbers are just bad. Like no one has ever looked good in 78 on a basketball court, but there are some numbers that just inherently look good. So I think,
how many 78s are there, though?
I don't know. I just use that as a random example.
Okay.
You know, it has to look good on the jersey. And I think for whatever reason, some numbers are just more visually appealing than others. Like 21 is a visually appealing number to me. I don't know why. I just like to look at it. And others are not, like 78 or 79. Like that's not a very visually appealing number. Or if you want to go with like the traditional basketball digits, I don't think anything in the 50s ever really looks good on a basketball jersey.
Isn't Blake Buchanan 51?
Second general factor, history makes numbers look cooler too. So 6, 23, 32, 33, all of those good basketball numbers.
I'm going to have to disagree with the 50s because I just looked it up too because I was like, Luka Garza, he not only was he was in the 50s, he was double nickels. He was 55. Now you have to be, I think, a certain size, which I think is one reason why taller, bigger players wear the 5s or in the 5s
Guards
and the 4s and the 5s.
Wear a number in the 50s or the 40s.
No.
I would agree.
He looks good wearing the double nickels. I basically feel like any number that I like is usually a number of one of my favorite players or a number I wore. For instance, I wore number 24, so I like that number. George Niang, 31.
24 is a visually appealing number. 24 is another one like 21 that it's good to look at. What's your opinion on people wearing 0?
Not a huge fan.
I don't either. Okay, I'll let 0 pass. What about 00?
Absolutely not.
I hate 00.
I mean, 0's okay. I mean, it's kind of weird to say foul on 0.
Are you a traditionalist in that you don't like how college basketball in the last 2 or 3 years has started to allow guys to wear digits bigger than 5?
No, I don't care.
Okay. Some people don't like that because, the officials, they can't signify a foul without with the.
Actually, the more I think about it, I'm okay up to 7. Maybe anything beyond that bothers me. Like foul on number 8. What? Maybe I don't know why that is. I quickly thought about it and I'm like, yep. Anything above 7 might be really worrisome.
I don't think 8 is a visually appealing number to look at.
What?
I've never spent a lot of time thinking about this. Yeah, I don't want to stare at an 8 when I'm golfing. That's for sure.
I don't know. It's just I think 7 is a more visually appealing number to observe. I think 5 is a pretty number.
I had no idea you guys had such feelings on this subject. But first of all, that means Chet Holmgren can never wear any number other than 1. Because he has no shoulders.
Well, I believe he's number 7 for the Thunder.
Most visually appealing number in history is 69. Earlier this week, you knew I was going to go there. We talked about Isaac Trotter's Big 10 tiers. Yesterday, he published his Big 12 tiers. Iowa State number 4 in the Big 12 and in tier 2. Is that fair, you guys?
Yeah, I think so. I think I would personally have Iowa State above KU. He had Kansas as the 3rd best team in the Big 12. Iowa State 4. I would flip-flop that, I think. KU is certainly more talented, so I won't argue with Isaac's opinion there. That's, of course, highlighted by
I'm sorry, and who does he have at the top?
Arizona 1 in the tier
Houston
of their own, and then Houston in the top 25 tier with.
I agree with you. I would put Iowa State 3 flip-flop those two, but
yeah, KU is certainly more talented, especially at the top of the roster with Tyron Stokes, Taylor Kinney, 2 5-stars coming in. Stokes is tracking to be the number 1 pick in 2027. But Iowa State has more experience, particularly in the high major level. And, to be honest with you, Heather, given the last 3 years, I trust TJ Otzelberger, the roster builder, more than Bill Self at this stage in each coach's career. Imagine saying that in 2021.
I know.
When TJ
Agreed.
Otzelberger was hired. And that's not even meant to be a major slight at Bill Self. I love Bill Self. But I think it's fair to say that KU basketball hasn't struck the fear of God into people the last 3 years like they did for the first 2 decades of his tenure at KU. Are you scared of KU basketball now? Did you used to be scared of KU basketball?
No, I was looking at Tyler, wondering, is he putting in eye drops?
He thought
what are you doing?
KU basketball striking the fear of God into people.
I don't know why, but it just occurred to me why I laugh every time you say I love Bill Self. It's because you sound like you're saying I love myself.
No, I do love Bill Self.
Do you love yourself?
William. Do you want me to start saying William?
No, do you love yourself?
Sure.
Okay, good. Sure. Anyway, ESPN, you should be more like, yeah, hell yeah, I do. ESPN dropped Texas Tech from number 8 to number 11 in updated offseason college football rankings after Brendan Sorsby left the team. What do you guys think of the drop?
I don't know. I guess that sounds about right. Everybody's been saying you keep dying on this hill for this kid. I mean, he's good, but he's not, I'm going to, be a 10 ratings factor. And everybody keeps telling me how good Texas Tech is outside of him. So, yeah, I think that's all right. I mean, I would drop them down to absolutely the end of college football, but that's just me.
So if you were somebody that I would agree with you, if you're someone that questioned if all the fighting over Brendan Sorsby was worth it, I think this would suggest that it was not worth it for Texas Tech. But you could spin it to we as a general public think their backup quarterback, now their projected starter, Will Hammond, is pretty capable.
Yeah, and I feel
whereas most schools probably don't feel like their backup quarterback in this era is someone that you're willing to ride or die for.
And this is a sign, again, that Brendan Sorsby, I just still don't understand why Texas Tech did what they did, because they had the money to build a roster. They even had that could do pretty well even without a superstar quarterback. And literally they were able to go out and buy a $5 million quarterback because they were worried about Will Hammond's leg.
Well, he is coming off of a serious leg
injury,
is. Yeah.
And whether or not he's going to be 100% healthy or able to function the same way he did coming up this fall. But I'm willing to say that Texas Tech is still, and I hate to say this, they're still going to be good. They're still going to win a lot of football games. I hope I'm wrong, but my favorite teams this fall is going to be Iowa State and whoever's playing Texas Tech. I'll tell you that much.
BYU was at number 12 in these rankings, so maybe the Red Raiders aren't as big of a Big 12 favorite as we think. I don't know. I think they are.
I need somebody to make me a gif of the Ivan Drago Rocky thing, but Heather's Ivan Drago and Rocky is Texas Tech, and he's, I must break you.
I just feel like Texas Tech has more talent.
I would put them at the end. I would end them. I loved it.
They do.
They just have more talent, and over a 60-minute game, I think that will wear on opponents like it did last year. I think the best example of that in the Big 12 last year is their game against Utah. It was close for 2.5, 3 quarters, and then Texas Tech just throttled
cream
them.
Rises to the top.
And then other games, they were just significantly better, so they just crushed people for 4 quarters. I just think that that's where we're tracking to go again this fall.
Extra beer, because it said so. The NFL, NFLPA, and NBA's Players Associations endorsed the Protect College Sports Bill in Congress. Does it matter?
I guess it adds some credence to things, but I don't understand why it really matters. I don't understand why there's people on this committee that were on this committee. Why are people with the New York Yankees on this committee? They have nothing to do with college athletics.
That's a little puzzling to me. I can see where the NFL and the NBA would want to be involved because obviously a lot of their players, the majority of their players are a product of college sports. So
yeah, I don't Tiger Woods was also on this committee. The guy hasn't been a college golfer in what?
2.5 decades.
Yeah, 30 years roughly. I guess he has a son that's going to be going to Florida State to golf.
Yeah, so he has reference.
But it's just there's people on the committee that were consulted for this thing. in my opinion, it's like, all right, that doesn't really make sense to me. It also doesn't really make sense to me why it matters if the NFL is endorsing the pooling of media rights. Like, that was one thing that the NFL statement said that they were supportive of. It's like, why does that really matter as it relates to college athletics? Like, to me, they're different entities. They're different businesses. They're different operating groups. So why does it matter if the NFL, the NBA, their player associations support this for college athletics? They're all individual different businesses or different groups.
I may have an answer for why at least one team is involved with wondering what's going to happen with this TV Sports Act of 1961 or whatever it is coming up in headlines.
Sports Broadcasting Act.
Yes, that's it. I may have an answer to that.
All right, stay tuned. That's called in the business a tease. The Spurs-Knicks finals was the most watched NBA finals since 1998. I have a few theories, but why do you guys think it set new standards?
Well, it involves a New York team. It was some fresh blood, some compelling figures like Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson. That's my theory. You got this blue collar Knicks team that just seemed to be a natural team that if you're not that interested in the NBA, I think I'm going to root for these guys. They seem to have it all together, a good team effort. But man, who's this kid when you look at Wemby?
Yeah, I think the novelty of the Knicks playing for a championship was attractive to fans. I also think that the way people gathered outside of Madison Square Garden, Knicks fans, the way they do that, and the way that was kind of seen all over the internet and maybe on various news services, that probably influenced some people to watch the game on television as well, because you wanted to feel like you were a part of a big group gathering to watch and maybe support the Knicks. I don't know. It's kind of odd that I feel like America became Knicks land in the last series, which is unique because, I don't know, like you said earlier in the week, sometimes people root against the teams from New York for whatever reason, but I also kind of feel like the Spurs are kind of disliked.
Well, and I think a lot of it has to do with...
Would you agree with that?
It had to do, I think, with Wemby's attitude. And that's it's kind of baffling to me that on one hand, people are saying the NBA needs more personality. They need more villains. So basically, Wembanyama comes out and kind of acts like a jerk and a villain.
But you don't want
and
that
everybody's
person
like,
to be your villain.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough experience. He's only 22.
It's not even that. You don't want the face of your league to be a villain. That's never good.
You have to embrace it, though, if that's who he really is, which it might be.
Yeah, but you don't want that. You don't want him to be
Then he's not going to be the face of the league.
He already is the face of the league.
I don't know that I agree
Well,
with that.
he's not, because
100%.
LeBron is still playing.
Yeah,
but
he's
he
not.
is one of the top 4 or 5 faces of the league.
So that's what I mean. You have your top 4 or 5. Choose someone else if Wemby's literally the bad guy, naturally.
It's bad for sports leagues when their best players are not well liked. Because you want people to like your most recognizable people. Unless two of those people are like,
I'm gonna love if
are Batman and the Joker. Like if you have a protagonist and antagonist within that group, then it kind of works.
Then
Like
we
in
need
golf,
to find
in golf, you had
protagonist.
Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson. Like Tiger
Now
was.
it turns out they're both trash, but go on.
Tiger was the people's protagonist for the most part, right? It's best.
Yeah, sure.
Well, back in the 90s, in the early 2000s.
Yeah, no, back when he's talking, it may have been true.
Somebody-
All I know is if it turns out that Wemby is an actual heel in real life, that's going to be interesting to see who would become his protagonist.
Somebody made a
Cooper
thing
Flag
about the UPS driver running away all
Maybe.
funny on Friday, and they made it up like Wemby leaving the press conference, like, I'm out of here. I'm taking my ball with me, you guys. All right, the U.S. Open begins tomorrow at Shinnecock in New York. I've never had a city so much that I'd like to pronounce again. Shinnecock in New York. Do you have any predictions for the major championship?
Yeah. Bryson DeChambeau may miss the cut in the second straight major. Guys, he's been really bad with his irons all year, and you have to be really good with your irons at this course. I also think that the winning score is going to be around 3 under or so. Like I think Shinnecock is going to play incredibly difficult. It always has in this event for the most part, and I think it's going to be as hard as we have seen a U.S. GA build a golf course.
I'm going to make my prediction that Scotty Scheffler is the winner. And I know he's like the odds-on favorite. You're like, wow, Heather, way to go out on a limb. But I don't think he has one win, and it happened in January, so he's due.
He's played
really well.
He has a
outside
ton
of
of top 10 finishes, but not a lot of wins this year. You mentioned just the one win. He hasn't played to Scheffler's standard, but his standard is winning tournaments. It just goes to show how good he is.
When was he melting down at his caddy? I mean, that's like literally one of the only times I can remember this year that he wasn't playing great golf.
Yeah, I mean, that was
just like last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll go ahead and predict that Scotty Scheffler gets his first win since January. And that's the six pack, 515-284-5966. You can tweet at us at KXNO First Quarter. We were talking earlier about the World Cup. Jameis Winston is really liking himself some World Cup. That's next on the Iowa Sports Radio Network.
From the iHeartRadio Traffic Center.
KXNO play-by-play traffic.
Interstate 235, 7 minutes from either Mixmaster to downtown Des Moines. 8035 westbound from the East Mix to the West Mixmaster, 12 minutes. Highway 141 in Grimes, no slowdowns northbound. From the Urban Loop to Highway 44 is 5 minutes.
This report is sponsored by Discover.
Make your SNAP dollars go further with Double Up Food Bucks Iowa. It's easy and it works at participating grocery stores and farmers markets across Iowa. Double your fruits and veggies, matched up to $15 a day. Sign up online today at doubleupiowa.org.
Much like when you decide to remodel your kitchen, if you decide to redo your bathroom, you're going to get some sticker shock. You're also maybe going to perhaps end up on some pretty aggressive marketing, telemarketing lists that you don't want to be on. So skip all that and go to the team that's behind Kitchen Refresh. I'm talking about No Pros Remodeling. From showers and tubs to custom tile work, they can redo your bathroom just as great as they can redo your kitchen. With 13 years of experience and a bunch of happy clients around the area, No Pros proves that local expertise is going to win every time. And they do this by ditching high-pressure impersonal sales tactics. They're going to go in and actually listen to what matters to you the most. They're going to stay within your budget, and they're going to get you a bathroom that you love. So get your free no-pressure estimate today at noprosremodeling.com. That's KNOPROS remodeling.com. These are the same guys that are behind Kitchen Refresh. You've heard me rave about for years. Call them to do your bathroom too. noprosremodeling.com. Tell them Heather sent you in.
What's up, Iowa? It's Russell Nicolay with Nicolay Law, the Midwest's award-winning injury law firm. If you've been injured, get Nicolay. Give us a call at 1-855-NICOLET or check us out at nicolaylaw.com.
Technology is changing the game, and lawn care is no exception. Today's walk-behind mowers are making the move from gas to powerful, quiet lithium battery performance. And at Van Wall, you've got the two top contenders, Honda and Ego. Why both? Simple, because the right mower depends on your yard, your time, and your budget. Ego mowers bring serious versatility with 21-inch single or twin blade systems that let you mulch, bag, or side discharge with ease. Add in fingertip speed control and a range of battery options built to match any lawn size with prices starting at just $549. Or step up to Honda, featuring your exclusive twin blade Versamo system. Bag, mulch, or shred leaves instantly with the Clip Director lever. You'll get variable speed control, available roto stop, and premium performance starting at $899. Bottom line, the best electric walk-behind mowers are waiting for you at Van Wall. But what really sets Van Wall apart is the why. A commitment to an ownership experience that matches your expectations every time. Stop in, call today, or visit vanwall.com to find your nearest location. Van Wall Equipment. Own the yard.
We all have someone we love, like the favorite lyric in our favorite song. You can't imagine life without them. So tell them today, I love you. Get screened. It could help save their life. Visit cancer.org/getscreened to learn more.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like customer service associate at a dry cleaning shop.
Yeah, hi. I'm here to pick up my suit.
Ah, yes. Here you go.
There must be a mistake. This is too small.
It shrunk a whole lot. Look on the bright side. Now you have a suit you can give to a child.
This is a job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job today.
At EasyCater, we believe every workday gets better with great food. The 9 a.m. staff meeting? How about breakfast burritos and lots of coffee? big client presentation at noon? Let's do Mediterranean bowls. Accounting's gotta work late. Keep them pepped up with spicy noodles. With Easy Cater, you get a huge variety of favorite restaurants with tools to help meet dietary needs and stay on budget, all on one platform. So make every workday better with Easy Cater. Start an order at easycater.com.
Clive Power Days, June 18th through the 20th. The first quarter with Heather Burnside and Alec Bussey on 106.3 KXNO and the Iowa Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back into the first quarter on the Iowa Sports Radio Network. It is Alec Bussey and Heather Burnside this morning from the TNT Landscaping Studios. Heather, I don't know how much you've had an opportunity to see Giants quarterback Jameis Winston and how much he is enjoying the World Cup, but he took it to another level last night. Argentina was playing, of course. That was our play of the day, presented by T-Mobile. He brought a goat in a Messi jersey to the soccer match because many people consider Messi the soccer goat. I love this. Jameis Winston he should be an American. He should be like an American ambassador.
Well, here's the deal.
We should send him, you know how Dennis Rodman became the unofficial ambassador of the United States to North Korea? We should do that.
It's a terrible.
I don't know if that was
that was a
what
bad
happened.
idea.
That's why I said unofficial. We should do that for Jameis
Horrible.
Winston for every other country in the world. And they'd be like, you're right. God bless America. This guy's awesome.
Well, I got one reason why I was late getting back in studio, which I realize now everyone can see me when I'm doing this.
I didn't put the cameras on until you were sitting down.
Oh, nice. Well, hi, everybody. I was late getting back into the studio because I found audio, and this is just an audio gem of why Jameis Winston is having so much fun. And he explained why he had to bring the goat to the Argentina game.
Goalkeeper, what I put these on for? Huh? I'm not a goalkeeper. I'm a goat. I'm a goalkeeper. I'm a goalkeeper. Let me sip my mate. That's why you come to a game. When you come to see the greatest of all time, man, this is Lionel Messi. Yes, we saw Lionel Messi start as a little goat.
I mean, a goat keeper. And he was drinking. It looked like a Moscow Mule, but that wasn't what it was. I don't think. But he was sipping a drink on the set. I mean, Fox is also doing a great job, I think, with this telecast. Now, the one thing that I was finding interesting is if you're like, is water breaks something new here? What's going on here with all these water breaks? Hydration breaks, I think is what they call them. Apparently, the hydration breaks were baked into the telecast so Fox could make more money and run ads.
Yeah, people aren't happy about that.
Also,
the soccer purists,
I'm
what
sure,
are we doing with a break?
I'm sure that they're not happy about it at all. But when it was in Dubai, they were literally needed because you're asking people to play soccer in 120-degree temperatures.
Yeah.
Here, when it's in a air-conditioned dome stadium, you're like, well, I don't get this. But I start to, and you realize that Fox is trying to pay the bills for how much they paid to carry the World Cup.
There's also games in Mexico City and other games that are outdoors. So.
I get that. But especially if you're thinking, okay, you're going to have hydration breaks at stadiums that are outdoors that need it, fine. Hydration breaks when you're in a air-conditioned dome in Houston and it's 70 inside, I don't get it.
Did you see the video of Winston with the Japanese fans cleaning up the garbage
after?
Yeah. Was that Saturday?
Yes.
No.
That was over the weekend, I think. That was when I saw it.
I think that's awesome that Japan fans bring those blue bags and use them as noise makers for soccer. And then afterwards, they use these bags as garbage bags and they clean up their garbage in their section. Their section is left spotless. We should adopt that as Americans.
Good luck.
Yeah, we're not going to, but we should.
Yeah. I mean, people can barely clean up after their tailgates at times.
Yeah, I know.
Now, the responsible ones do. Hour number 2 on the way next on the Iowa Sports Radio Network.
From the iHeartRadio Traffic Center.
KXNO play-by-play traffic.
I-80-35 eastbound, just as you're approaching the East Mixmaster, watch for a stalled vehicle on the right shoulder. Shouldn't cause any backups there at the East Mix. 235, no delays, 7 minutes from either Mixmaster to downtown Des Moines. I-35 clear in Ankeny.
This report is sponsored by Discover. When you hear a good deal, It's natural to do a double take. That's what you might do when you hear Discover will automatically double all the cash back you've earned on your credit card at the end of your first year with Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
If you're going to switch cell phone plans, go with the company that's made it a mission to end dead zones, and that's T-Mobile. T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular are joining forces and covering you in more places. That means cell service, even in the remote corners of rural Iowa, plus America's best 5G network with T-Mobile. Make the switch in just 15 minutes and start enjoying the perks like T-Mobile's 5-year price guarantee. There's deals when you bundle with 5G home internet and enjoy Apple TV, Hulu, and Netflix free with some plans. Plus, get the Samsung Galaxy S26 or the iPhone 17 when you make the switch. And T-Mobile offers up to $800 per line to pay off your old phones, too. T-Mobile is now available at U.S. Cellular stores. The best mobile network is based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. The combination of T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular's network footprints will enhance the T-Mobile network coverage area. Price guarantee on talks, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular. Better together. Tell them Heather sent you in.
Congratulations to KXNO on their silver anniversary and 25 years on the air in Iowa, being the home of sports talk radio.
We're giving you a chance to experience everything Circa has to offer with a trip along with your favorite KXNO personalities.
The next KXNO Silver Ticket Tour will bring you to Las Vegas and Circa for 4 days, 3 nights. Go to KXNO.com to sign up and have a chance to experience Circa with KXNO and the Iowa Sports Radio Network.
And we hope to see you soon at Circa.
Ready to light up the sky? Head to Central Iowa Fireworks, Iowa's largest fireworks stand. In Newton, just off exit 164, 1 mile north. Over 1,000 different fireworks items. Incredible buy one, get 4 free deals. From fountains and artillery shells to complete backyard shows. Central Iowa Fireworks has everything you need for an unforgettable celebration. Open daily from 10 to 9. Central Iowa Fireworks, Newton, exit 164, 1 mile north. Stock up and light up the night.
Every athlete trains their body, but what about their mind? Here's Will Niggett, certified mental performance consultant with Mental Game Learning Lab.
At Mental Game Learning Lab, athletes learn the skills that separate good from great: confidence, focus, resilience, and handling pressure. Because the mental game impacts every practice, every performance, and every comeback after adversity. Whether your athlete is just starting out or competing at a high level, mental training can make the difference.
Mental Game Learning Lab, training minds for stronger performance in sports and life. Online, mentalgamelearninglab.com.
For information about contests on this station, go to kxno.com/rules.
Des Moines, get ready to cheer on Team USA at Fong's Pizza. Starting Friday, June 19th at 12:30 p.m., it's a party you don't want to miss. Bring the whole family. Grab pizza by the slice, ice-cold Coca-Cola products, and score big with beer specials. Watch every play on a massive 20-foot screen, and don't forget to bring your own chair. Fong's Pizza. The energy is loud, the pizza is legendary, and Team USA takes center stage. Friday beginning at 12:30, only at Fong's Pizza in East Village, Des Moines.
Is it time to get your vehicle ready for a road trip, or do you need to fix damage on your door? Whatever your situation, the Carl Auto Group has you covered. From routine maintenance to insurance claims and customer pay repairs, we make it easy. Any make, any model. Ask about our GM rewards and how your points can be used for oil changes, accessory upgrades, and more. When it comes to repairs, you have a choice. Choose the Carl Auto Group. Come see us in Ankeny, Stewart, Webster City, or Marshalltown and experience what customer first ownership means for you. It's your journey, our promise. That's why we're here. Details at carlauto.com. Take it to Carl, where we make maintaining your vehicle easy.
Your dealer for life. It's the Carl way.
Your one stop for advertising? Call 844-844-iHeart.
KXNO AM Des Moines. KXNO FM Ankeny. KKTM HD2 Des Moines. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, sports talk, and podcasts.
Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network, presented by the Active Cash Visa credit card from Wells Fargo.
Christian Bethancourt with a homer and 4 RBI to help the Iowa Cubs take down the Indianapolis Indians 13-7. Major League Baseball, Yankees crushed the White Sox 12-2. Rockies beat the Cubs 5-2. Chiefs receiver Rashee Rice was released from jail after serving a 30-day probation violation sentence, missing the team's offseason workouts and mandatory minicamp. I'm Ron Moss.
Who knows what'll happen at the FIFA World Cup 2026? But with unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases, the Active Cash Visa credit card from Wells Fargo is a surefire victory. Terms apply. Visit wellsfargo.com/activecash. Visa, worldwide partner of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
The free iHeartRadio app has new updates with presets and a scan feature to find your favorite stations. It's like having your car radio in the palm of your hand. Make sure one preset is on Des Moines Sports Station 106.3 KXNO. Live from the TNT Landscaping and Nursery Studios, you're listening to 106.3 KXNO. Wake up, Iowa.
Rise and shine.
It's butt whipping time. It's the first quarter with Heather Burnside and Alec Bussey.
In the morning, I splash it on, and it makes me smell mainly.
On 106.3 KXNO and the Iowa Sports Radio Network.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Wake up, gentlemen. It's late.
Hour number 2, glad to have you along. It's Heather Burnside, Alec Bussey, producer Tyler Allen. Still to come this hour, we're going to have a visit from the Des Moines Arts Festival. It's going to be getting underway not far from here, right downtown near the Sculpture Park, downtown Des Moines. In the 8 o'clock hour, it's Ask 5-0, brought to you by our good friends at AE Dairy with Des Moines Police Sergeant Paul Parizek. We've also been discussing how Tyler can perhaps get some traction on dating apps, websites. Tyler, did you give any more thought to losing the sunglasses in your photos?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, not all of them are sunglasses.
Let me ask you this. You said that those were your real glasses, as in their prescription?
Yep.
And so why are they like tinted even inside?
I have light sensitivity. When I'm at home, I wear my bifocals, which I'm still getting used to. I'm getting used to them more and more, but
that takes a while, by the way.
I got them like 6 months ago. I'm still like figuring it out. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I've gotten most of it, but generally if I'm leaving the house, I'm wearing my darker shades wherever I go. If I need to see or whatever, or if
because you wear them a lot at trivia too.
Yeah, it's not bifocals though. They're regular. So I
Okay.
have to take them off to see stuff, you know what I mean? But if I'm at home, I'm wearing my bifocals.
Are they not? Are they transition lenses?
No, they're just regular.
They're
They're
just-
not that dark. They look way
They're
darker.
just a little more tinted.
They're like 15% tinted.
They
But
look a lot darker in photos.
yeah, because it's the hat and then also the shape of my face. It makes it look like way darker. But I'm not. I wear them at night when I'm driving. I have no problem with that.
Ooh, yeah.
It's not that dark. I'll show them to you at some point, and I'll have you look through them, and you'll see like it's not. It looks way darker than they are.
I was just wondering why, like if it was an aesthetic thing or if you actually needed them.
I think I started as an aesthetic thing, and then it became like, oh crap, now I have light sensitivity. Good job.
Oh
type of
no. Is there any way you can train your eyes to go back to not having the light sensitivity?
It's not terrible. Like I don't need an EpiPen. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's not that bad, but I feel a lot better if I'm out and about and the sun's out. Like if I walk outside and the sun's out and I don't have those on, like
Well,
I have
that's
them up on my
understandable
forehead,
because
I'm
I
looking-
wear
yeah.
sunglasses all the time when I'm outside. But inside, and you see me do this before, like if I'm at trivia and
Yeah.
I've forgotten my readers, I have to wear my glasses inside.
Yep.
And I feel like a psychopath. And I feel like people look at me weird. Like, why are you wearing those tinted glasses inside? Why are you wearing your sunglasses? I don't know.
Yeah.
I would recommend that if you're taking a photo for your dating app that you
Yeah.
let women see your eyes.
I generally just use photos that I have. I have a lot of great, like, me.
Well, now you
shots.
have. Did you get that listener from the first hour that said
I got his
he's going
number.
to take you some
I told him, I'm like,
professional photos that
I
don't
said-
look like professional photos?
I said, Rocco is a blonde dog. So if you are going to dress up for this, do not wear anything that you don't want covered in blonde dog hair. Because
He's not that bad.
Does he not shed it that much anymore?
No, he still sheds, but
Yeah.
it's not like if a photographer 10 yards away isn't going to get
No,
covered
the
in dog hair.
photographer will be fine. But did he say he was a photographer and he's going to take our pictures?
Yeah.
I thought he just wanted to be in it.
No,
he wanted to take
he wants to take your picture.
Hell yes.
You missed that part?
I just thought he wanted to be in on the photo. I'm like, sure, man.
Well, that's weird.
Why would
Here's
you want
me,
another
a dog,
man
and a
in
total
your-
stranger? That
He's
you
a
and then
listener.
you
We
would
love our
have
listeners.
you would have a situation where the woman clicking on the picture is like, I'm not sure which guy it is that this account belongs
Is
to.
it the better looking guy or the other guy?
Yeah, he wants to take your photos.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Jordan. Wow.
That's
Tyler's
funny. He
up on
thought he was
top of
going to
it.
be in the photo.
I thought he just wanted to be like, can I get in on that? Because I heard him say volunteer. And I'm like, no, I'm doing it. But if you want to be in it. It was like AC last week at trivia. Air conditioning, Carrier. No, it's AC Tesla. Anyway.
By the way, I think our 100% chance of rain is still not happening here.
I know. It looks like it's going to rain, but not 100% yet.
And
I can't believe.
and it looks like
I'm
that it might
sorry.
be skirting us entirely.
I cannot believe that was said. That's just unbelievable. There's 100% chance of rain on Wednesday. You don't say that.
Except on Alex lawn where he just put his weed killer down. All right,
That'd be like me saying when Iowa State basketball hosts like Prairie View A&M, there's a 100% chance that Iowa State wins tonight. Okay. Yeah, in all likelihood, they're going to win. But is it 100%? No, there's been upsets before. Of course, Prairie View A&M is a team Iowa State scored 132 points on this past season. But, you know, I will always remember that game. I will always remember that game.
All right, let's get started with headlines brought to you by our good friends at Host Coffee. So, cafe quality drinks, micro brews, vending machines, snacks, and more. Go to hostcoffee.net if you want to elevate your break room. So Josh Pate is somebody that I have gone back and forth with a lot over the last college football and basketball season. I don't always agree with what he says, but I do agree with Josh Pate when he started talking about the NCAA and how he basically laid it out that the NCAA, if we didn't think so already, may be damaged beyond repair after the whole Brendan Sorsby scandal.
Right now, we just watched an entire episode go down where the governing body of this sport failed to be able to enforce basic rules. I mean, don't bet on the games that you're in is one of the most basic rules. It's like etched in stone and one of the commandments, basically. And the NCAA couldn't even enforce that. It's not even all their fault. Like, they're powerless to enforce their rules. And so I don't know that anyone who's been paying attention needed to learn the lesson that the NCAA is ineffective, maybe beyond repair at this point. But if you needed this to illustrate that, there you go. Okay, so that's another lesson that could be learned. I think that looking on our end, from a media standpoint, from the way that sports betting, messaging, advertising is presented, the way it's presented in game, the way partnerships work, I think it's totally fair to be critical of that, or to at least look at that with a skeptical eye. Of course, in this case, what that sounds like is, wait a second, the entire space has been proliferated with gambling messaging and sports betting, advertising, and yet this kid's got to get blacklisted for the rest of time because he participated in what is being advertised and thrown in everyone's face. That is fair to me.
Now, he did go on to say that doesn't mean he should have broken the rules. And you could also make the same argument, Alec, that, yeah, there's also a lot of beer commercials, and we're not going to advocate to have a quarterback drinking on the sidelines.
We could, though. There was times that I thought
we've had that happen back in the 70s, I'm sure.
There was times that I thought Jay Cutler may or may not have been drinking back with the Bears.
They were popping pills on the sidelines in the 70s, uppers.
No, I mean, I think that the way I was on my honeymoon when the Sorsby thing broke. And I think I texted Sean. It was like, you're
And
lucky.
by broke, you mean when he got his exemption.
Yeah. Sorry. I think I texted Sean and I was like, you're lucky that I'm not on the air tomorrow morning because I would probably get this station stripped of its FCC rights. He was like, okay, you need to calm down. I was like, no, like I've like power ranked my like anger. And a lot of people are like, oh, this is not a situation where you can blame the NCAA or like this isn't the NCAA's fault. To which I countered. I was like, the NCAA is like 4th on the list of fault for this. Like
this current situation, but
Yeah.
the whole overarching problem
yeah.
is absolutely the
Yeah,
NCAA's
like
own
it's not
fault.
the NCAA's fault that Sorsby got the injunction. It's the NCAA's fault that they are in a situation in an environment that allows for a player to even file for said injunction, because back in like 2015, when Northwestern football players were like, let's form a union. And the NCAA was like, yeah, no, we're not going to do that. Like, we're not going to collectively bargain with you. Like, how many times for the last decade have we talked about get a CBA in college athletics or college football? And
I know what you're
individual-
saying. Like,
Like,
the
if
whole
they-
overarching
like,
problem
they
is
could
their
have
fault.
avoided a lot of this if they would have just negotiated a CBA back in
started
2015 when
giving players
Northwestern
money.
and Kane Coulter tried to form a CBA or tried to form a union.
They
When
honestly-
NIL came into play in 2021, they could have said, all right, let's collectively bargain. Let's give you guys 20%. And they would have been like, hell yeah, 20%. And like 20% is even like commemorative, like commensurate with like what they're probably worth if you look at like what other CBAs provide the players in other sports. Like now, if they wanted to have a CBA, like I bet you they'd have to get closer to 50%. So
The whole thing is their fault.
it's their fault because
the current
yeah.
situation is a lot of blame to go
Yeah,
around.
it's their fault because they could have avoided this if they would have just collectively bargained with people, at any point in the past. But they chose not to because they're power hungry. And
Let me ask you this too, and I understand that eventually money would have had to become an issue because of the huge money in college athletics, the TV contracts, what the coaches were making. But if they even wouldn't have had such draconian bylaws
Way to use
about
the Jamie Pollard word.
about food and about, just simple things like a bagel is okay, a bagel with cream cheese, NCAA violation. Saying something like a coach buying a kid something to eat because he's hungry. Like if they would have had absolutely amazing training tables and facilities and things like they have now, they wouldn't have had to come up with as much money. But now it is like they put it off too long. They wanted to hoard their money.
And now they're still
here's
putting
where
it
we
off.
are. And
now they're still putting it off. And now they're asking Congress to solve their problems when like you can solve your own issues. Like the easy solution is, and I'm not going to sit here and say like collectively bargaining is easy. Like it's not. Like figuring out the logistics of how that would work in college athletics is very complicated. But like that is the obvious solution. So figure out how you get a CBA. And here's the problem too. Like typically when there is collective bargaining, it is a union of workers that want to have a CBA. In this instance, it's the opposite. It's the employers that want to have a CBA. Like the players have all the power. The players are the ones that have the luxuries right now. If you're the athletes, I wouldn't even want to have a CBA.
so, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And I don't see the NCAA being able to get more teeth to their bite anytime soon. Meanwhile, the House Judiciary Committee, while also trying to solve the problem in college sports, has been spending months discussing whether updated laws are needed to regulate how pro sports negotiate their TV deals in the modern era. And it all goes back to the 1961 Sports Broadcasting Act. That lets the NFL pool their national TV rights and then share the revenue equally. Last year to the tune of $433 million per team. And it's like
that's insane.
The publicly owned Packers can get away with being in the smallest market by far in the NFL and still be able to thrive. And Packer fans have been wondering why their congressman, Scott Fitzgerald, is the one leading the charge to possibly change the model that is the 1961 Sports Broadcasting Act. Now, he's dismissing the Packers' warnings as laughable and gave probably one of the most unfortunate quotes I've ever heard when he said he gave zero thought to whether or not, if anything changes with this, that keeps them in Green Bay or not. Like, you should not be even hinting at that. At the same time, I do get why they probably need to start looking at this with the NFL fragmenting the audience to so many paid streaming platforms. Like,
yeah.
But I don't understand. Somebody needs to step in and be able to say the Sports Broadcasting Act of 1961 is supposed to provide this product free and over the air, and at the same time pool your rights. But yet I understand that we continue to move further and further away from this. And there's only so many channels that are free and over the air. So let's come to some sort of agreement that obviously there's going to be a lot of paid subscriber platforms in this model, but you can still pool your rights.
There probably just needs to be some sort of modernization to the legislature. Because in 1961, when the act was put into place, there wasn't.
That's what I was saying.
There wasn't cable television. There wasn't streaming services.
There were three networks.
Yeah. So now, then it made sense. So now you just need to modernize it a little bit. I don't know if you know this, Heather, but this Sports Broadcasting Act, it also permits and restricts when, for example, in football, when the NFL can schedule games. So it specifies that NFL games can't run on a Friday or Saturday from the second Friday in September through the second Saturday in December. So that is written and designed to protect, of course, high school football on Fridays and college football on Saturdays. But the NFL is, now they have Monday. They've had Mondays for a long time. Mondays, they have Thursdays. They have, of course, Sundays still. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, once you get to that, third Saturday in December, we're going Saturdays too. And they'll try and do different things where the season opening game this year is on a Thursday night. Here's when it's being played. That's when we'll be watching on Thursday night, that Rams-Niners game, but it'll be played on a Friday in Australia because of the time change. So the NFL is, I don't want to say creatively circumventing the legislation, but they are kind of finding loopholes to the legislation because it's just outdated. So it just needs to be modernized a little bit.
So again, I understand why they're looking at it, but you should not be giving quotes I've given zero thought as to what happens with the Packers if anything changes about this.
Maybe the Packers.
Yikes.
Maybe the Packers could move to Rockford, Illinois.
No, the Packers should not move anywhere.
No, but if they,
I don't like the Packers, but
so hard. Oh,
I don't like
God.
the Packers, but the Packers are in Green Bay are the history of the NFL. We have to stop even
Packers fan.
Did you get the joke I was making there?
Yeah.
Okay.
We have to stop even joking about it.
Because you didn't acknowledge the joke and Tyler thought it was funny.
No, I don't.
I, for one, would think that is absolutely hilarious. If the Bears moved to Hammond and then the Packers moved to Rockford. That would be
I don't think it's funny.
Hilarious.
I don't think it's funny that either one of these
funny.
I don't think it's funny that either one of these historic franchises could end up moving away from where they are. And the fact that one already has a really good shot of it happening, I'm not for it.
I would laugh really hard.
It's tragically funny in the respect that none of this has anything to do with what the people want. It has to do with what people making money want to do. I mean, that's tragically funny to me. So, and Packers fans, I got no sympathy.
And I don't have a lot of bandwidth to laugh at tragic things these days.
No, tragically funny.
I know, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I hear you.
You have to admit that there is great comedic value in the joke that I just made.
Okay. I mean, people drive by jokes of mine all the time on this show. Does that mean I'm not funny?
What are you?
I'm going to just start slamming on the brakes and saying, you need to laugh at my joke, damn it.
Why don't you? We'll be okay with that, right?
The NBA Finals was one of the most watched in decades, and the New York Knicks have an NBA championship. And YouTube sports commentator June Lee had a theory about why the Knicks were finally able to turn it around. And the reason is a little round ball in Las Vegas.
Members of the Knicks front office believe that Dolan got distracted, not in a bad way, by the Sphere. The Las Vegas venue he had spent years and billions building consumed his attention in ways that the Knicks never fully did during his worst years as an owner. If you look at the Knicks jersey ad logo, it's for Abu Dhabi. And guess where the next Sphere is going to be built? Abu Dhabi. The accumulated weight of being the most ridiculed owner in professional sports, the man whose name had become shorthand for organizational failure, settled into something he could no longer outrun by inserting himself into basketball decisions. And in that distraction, something happened that James Dolan had never quite managed to do deliberately. He let go. So he took a step back. And everything that you've seen over the course of the last few years is a result of that. Trust transmitted all the way down in the organization, from the front office and ownership all the way down to the players. And that's how the Knicks won.
How much money do you suppose you would bet that? Do you think that James Dolan learned his lesson, that as an owner, he was way too involved, way too meddling? And then as soon as he gets distracted with the Sphere and stops being so involved in the day-to-day operations of his team, they start thriving.
Yeah, there might be some validity to
Oh,
that.
no, I think there's definitely validity to the theory. I'm just wondering, does James Dolan himself understand what happened?
If you were an owner of a sports team, would you want to be hyper involved in personnel decisions, or would you just hire people to do it for you?
I would want to hire the best people to do that for me because you have to assume I've made a lot of money and it's not in the NFL, but I've made so much money now that I can be an NFL or an NBA or a Major League Baseball team owner. But my success and all my knowledge is in how I made my money, not in running this team. So I need to find people that are going to be able to continue to make this profitable.
I think in basketball, I consider myself a above average ball knower. I think I might want to be involved in basketball. Not like executive decision maker, but like I want to be in the war room as we're like evaluating top draft picks, or like, all right, we're thinking about
being in the war room is one thing.
Deliberating this trade or whatever. I think I'd want to be involved in those.
Boy, see, being involved is one thing, but basically not trusting the people that you have put in charge of, like whether it's your GM, your coach.
Yeah, micromanaging, bad.
And it already sounds a little like you'd like to micromanage.
No, I just said I would like to be there.
Okay.
I might share my opinion, but I hope that people are like, hey, Alex, a ball knower.
By the way, speaking of James Dolan, he jokingly told Knicks players to lay off having sex during the entire playoff run. And Karl Anthony Towns was on with Howard Stern and says his fiance, Jordan Woods, was not thrilled at this news.
I'm a happily engaged man. I would definitely say when I came home and told my fiance what he said, she didn't like to hear that one.
Really? You ignored James Dolan and you said, listen, honey, I am going to deliver the goods.
I would say she's very happy.
How long have you been engaged? This sounds like a romantic story.
I mean, listen, that woman is special, man. There's a reason why I'm marrying her. We've been engaged since Christmas Eve. We've been dating for 6 years, and before that we were best friends for 2.5 years, and it kept growing as friends. And when my mother was passing, her father had just passed tragically. For her to have already experienced that, I trusted her in one of the most impactful moments of my life with her advice, and she was right on the money every single time. And that's why I had to put a ring on it, Howard. I couldn't let her go anywhere else.
Oh, but yeah, they weren't going to stop having sex during the playoffs just to win basketball games.
Would you do that?
Probably not.
I would.
Oh my God. Really?
For a ring? Heck yeah, I would. Heck yeah, I would.
How do you even know that's the reason, though?
Okay, Heather. All right. Hypothetically speaking, you can go a year without doing it. It guarantees Iowa State basketball wins the upcoming national championship. Would you do it?
No.
I would do it.
What do I get for 6 years?
Oh, Tyler.
The Vikings win a Super Bowl.
Where is it?
The Vikings win. You do
we're
it for,
talking about not doing it for however
for a
long.
7th year. The Vikings win this upcoming Super Bowl. Would you
So
do it?
one more?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Sure.
All right.
Oh, Tyler, I'm sorry to hear that.
We can move on anytime.
515-284-5966. You can tweet at us at KXNO First Quarter. Up next, we're going to talk Des Moines Arts Festival. And yeah, the Cubs lost again to Tyler's Rockies. That's next on the Iowa Sports Radio Network.
The world's largest sports book in Las Vegas is available right at your fingertips in Iowa. Trent Condon here for Circa Sports. The Circa Sports Iowa app is sports betting the way it should be. Bet anywhere in Iowa and experience high betting limits, tight money line splits, and exceptional customer service. Download your new bookie today. Visit circasports.com and start betting like a pro from anywhere in Iowa. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
From the iHeartRadio Traffic Center.
KXNO play-by-play traffic.
80-35 westbound, 12 minutes east Mixmaster to the west mix. 235, no slowdown, 7 from either Mixmaster to downtown Des Moines. And I-35 clear in Ankeny, northbound and southbound so far for this morning's commute.
This report is sponsored by Anderson Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
If costly HVAC repairs keep adding up, get a free second opinion from Shaw Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing. For nearly 80 years, Iowa homeowners have trusted Shaw for honest answers and reliable comfort. Iowa's most trusted. Call Shaw, y'all.
So if you're thinking about buying or selling your home, you need to call my friend Misty from the Misty Sold team at Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Innovations, because anytime you make this decision, you've obviously got questions like, what will my home list for? Are there any improvements I can make that's going to help with its value too? And Misty can help you with all that. First, let's talk about your home value. You can go right now to soldincentraliowa.com and use our home value calculator. Just click on the home value tab, enter your address. Misty will let you know in just seconds how much your property is worth. As far as what can you do that's going to help its value, that's where Misty's certified pre-owned home program comes in. You can make some improvements, not only get more money for your home, but also make those home inspections start in your court rather than the buyer surprising you with perhaps things you didn't know were going on with your home. Those are just a couple of reasons to hire Misty. Another one, how about a guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you both agree to, or she'll buy it? If you're on the buying side, especially if you're a first-time home buyer, Misty has lenders that can work with you to get you some access to grants. For instance, the Iowa Finance Authority, too. She was the top-selling realtor in Iowa for the Iowa Finance Authority, which helps buyers access the assistance they need to become homeowners and open that door to home ownership and generational wealth. Call Misty today, 515-575-9950. Go online to soldincentraliowa.com. You can also Google the Misty Sold Team Iowa and check out hundreds of 5-star reviews and start packing.
This Father's Day weekend, get to Clive Power Days, June 18th through the 20th. Save with season best deals on Toro mowers. Take 15% off Echo handhelds Friday. Plus, daily prize raffles and free Clive Power swag. No purchase necessary. Clive Power Equipment, 73rd and University in Clive.
We all have someone we love, like the favorite lyric in our favorite song. You can't imagine life without them. So tell them today, I love you. Get screened. It could help save their life. Visit cancer.org/getscreened to learn more.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-361-7615 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-361-7615. That's 800-361-7615. What do you have to lose? Call 800-361-7615. Again, 800-361-7615.
Unlock the savings at Boost Mobile and save up to $600 a year. I've been scouting these big carriers for a minute now, and I've seen them pull the same play 1,000 times. They promise you the world, then hit you with a price hike right when the game gets tight. But Boost Mobile, their $25 a month unlimited wireless plan is the most consistent player on the floor. No contracts, no price hikes. Unlock the savings today at boostmobile.com/unlock. Based on average annual single line payment of AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile customers compared to 12 months on the Boost Mobile unlimited wireless plan as of January 2026. For full offer details, visit boostmobile.com.
The first round of showers and thunderstorms ending this morning, becoming partly sunny. Then another round of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. There's a low risk of severe storms here, a higher risk in eastern Iowa. High today, 86. Thursday, sunny with a high of 79. A chance of showers and thunderstorms returns over the weekend. I'm Jamie Grout.
This report is sponsored by Scotty's Body Shop, the official body shop of the bus.
If you need your car repaired and painted because of an accident, or if you just want to spiff it up, call Scotty's Body Shop. Scotty's works with all insurance companies, and they offer a written lifetime warranty. Call either of Scotty's 2 convenient locations or visit them online at scottysbodyshop.com.
Scotty's Body Shop. More first quarter with Heather and Alec in 60 seconds, right here on 106.3 KXNO.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup Update.
Team France kicked off its World Cup by taking down Senegal 3-1. It was a historic win with Kylian Mbappe becoming France's record goal scorer.
And it means Mbappe's now
out on his own. France will next play against Iraq on June 22nd. Team USA, meanwhile, is preparing to return to the pitch Friday against Australia. The U.S. coming off its opening win over Paraguay.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup Now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Wake up, Iowa. It's the first quarter with Heather Burnside and Alec Bussey on 106.3 KXNO and the Iowa Sports Radio Network.
Oh, yeah. It's fastball bringing us back from break. One reason why Fastball is one of the featured entertainers this year at the Des Moines Arts Festival, which is going to be coming to town June 26th through the 28th. So that's not this weekend, but next weekend. And joining us now in studio, it's Colleen from the Des Moines Arts Festival. Good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Hi, Colleen.
Hi.
So it's raining outside. I'm sure that this is probably one of the things you're like, oh, I don't even want to look at this right now.
I know. Well, the weather will just change and change and change. So right now with like 10 days out, I'm like, it'll change. It'll be what it'll be, and we'll deal with it.
But you know what? It seems like every year, even if the forecast isn't absolutely 100% satisfied, I mean, it's always a good time at the Des Moines Arts Festival, and you manage to work around it too.
Yeah. And we're kind of known for weather drama. Like, a couple years ago, we did close early on Friday night because there was alerts. You could see this storm coming into downtown. People were like, I'm getting out of here. And it didn't rain a drop. So we enjoyed the early bedtime.
We actually thought that had a chance of happening right here this morning until it finally rained a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Des Moines Arts Festival is always a great time. And one of the things I love about it, it's like a combination of everything that is good about being outside in the summer. You can look at amazing art. There's food, there's live music, there's things to do.
Yeah, there's so many things. If you're into visual arts, there's 195 artists. They're professional artists. It's an all original art show. So what you see is not a replicate. It's not a poster. You're going to take home a piece of art that is yours, and there's nothing else like it. But there's also concerts. There's a fashion show. There's authors. There's lots of food, lots of great drinks. So even if you're not into the arts, there's a really big community aspect that makes you just feel like this is just a great summertime experience in downtown Des Moines.
So it's going to go Friday through Sunday. Mm-hmm. Who are some of the artists that you're really excited? And I know that there's probably some that have been probably coming here since the very beginning.
Yeah, there's some that it's almost like summer camp that you see them every year, but there's about 50% that are new. I couldn't name them off the top of my head, but you're like, oh, that's really cool. That's a really like their work that we've seen is really cool. So I'm excited.
And it's a huge mix of the kind of art too. Like everybody thinks art, well, it's, painting you hang on the wall, but they've probably got sculpture art, they've got metal art.
Yeah, printmaking, sculpture, clay, painting, obviously, photography. So it is an all original show. There is different rules when it comes to printmaking, for say, of what that print is and how many there are, but it's all original. So yeah, they really cover the gamut. So I'm excited to see all the artists. Then we're bringing in New York Times bestselling author Patrick Bringley in partnership with Avid. I'm a big fan of Fastball from the 90s. So I'm excited. I'm really excited for Fastball. And Drew Holcomb and the Neighbors is Friday night. Saturday night, Fastball's teamed up with Letters to Cleo. So it'll be a really good 90s night if you're back in the day.
How much do you feel like the music helps people kind of come out and stay throughout the entire event or show up later in the evening?
Oh, it definitely does. People come out, they'll come see some art before the concert. They'll kind of do a lap. You'll get a lot of people, we call it art lurking, where they keep walking past an artist booth, and so they'll go watch the concert and have a drink and then be like trying to decide if they're going to buy it or not. And so that definitely helps. You'll see a lot of people that go out and buy stuff at 9:30 at night before the artist close because they just decided maybe that drink.
I've been around it all day. Yeah, now that I've had a couple of cocktails, I'm going to do it.
I'm going to do it.
Colleen from the Des Moines Arts Festival is in studio with us on the Iowa Sports Radio Network. And Tyler, did something she say about the music lineup catch
Letters to Cleo?
Letters to Cleo.
How did you get that? I mean, I know like most people, did you watch Parks and Rec at all?
Yes.
So Ben's favorite band is Letters to Cleo, and they show up at the festival for, I think, Sebastian.
Oh,
think,
do they?
at
I
the
don't
end.
remember
But-
that. They are in 10 Things I Hate About You. That's
Okay.
the big thing.
Yeah,
Sounds
no.
like a lovely show.
It's a
Uh-huh.
ridiculous. They're. I just heard you say Letters to Cleo, and I grew up in the '90s too, so I'm just like, oh my god, it's the lady who sings really fast. I think they're Canadian too, aren't they? I don't know.
You're probably getting a little far into the weeds.
Yeah.
Not everybody knows the trivia you do, Tyler. I would
Yeah.
think you would learn that on Tuesdays.
All right. Well, thanks. I'm gonna try and show up to that show because that looks awesome.
Colleen, you mentioned people buying the art. Of course, that's something that all of the artists that you're bringing in are hoping to do is sell their artwork. For people that go out there, do you recommend a certain payment method? Because, of course, you're kind of intense. You're in booths. Do most of these people accept card? Do they accept credit, checks, cash? Is there one way that most of the artists that you're bringing in you feel prefer to sell their artwork?
I wouldn't know if they have a preference individually, but cash card is great with the artists. The festival itself is free. The parking is
Good.
free at the Nationwide Parking Garage, and all the activities are free. There's probably 30 different free interactive arts activities that you can do throughout the weekend. The concerts are free too, which if you were going to go see Fastball somewhere or Letters to Cleo. So that's a big deal. But so you'd bring your the festival is cashless. So in order to buy a drink or go buy a t-shirt or something like that, then you do need to have a card with you for those transactions. But the artists, we let them do however they prefer to do it. They do shows all over the country. A lot of them travel.
Yeah, and because they're traveling artists and they are not, they're not rookies to this kind of event. They have every way, I think, to, at least in my experience.
Yeah.
Because obviously you want to buy my art, I'm going to make sure we make that happen. Every way, shape, and form. Tap, check, pay.
Yeah.
Cashier's check, whatever you have.
Whatever you have.
So I know that this kind of event too also relies a lot on, volunteers and donations. So how do people get involved that way?
Yeah, you can donate to the festival. We are a 501c3 nonprofit organization. We're our own organization. That's a question that we get a lot of who do we work for? We're our own nonprofit. So we rely on sponsors and donors to make it a free admission event and provide all these free activities. And then we need volunteers. We're a staff of 3 people. We have 3 of us full time that organize this. And then we have probably 500 volunteers that we need throughout the weekend to help. They do things even like artist booth sitting, where an artist is working a 10-hour, 11-hour day in their booth. They need to go to the restroom. They need to grab something to eat. And sometimes volunteers will just hang out in their booth so they can step away for a few minutes. So, it's not necessarily heavy lifting and maneuvering things. It's helping artists, helping our merchandise tents. It's doing all kinds of things.
And it's funny, ever since I've lived in Des Moines as an adult, I've remembered, the Des Moines Arts Festival being around. And I kind of looked into the history of it. And while it goes back even to the 50s, the Des Moines Arts Festival is part of the downtown rebirth of Des Moines, because when I first moved here, downtown wasn't exactly a great place to hang out. The Sculpture Garden wasn't there. It was like a car dealership and some old buildings. And the Des Moines Arts Festival became a part of the vision that city leaders had that created what we know as downtown Des Moines now, which I also think is really cool.
Yeah, that's exactly right. It started in 1958 as the All Iowa Art Fair. It was an event put on to celebrate the 10th anniversary of the Des Moines Art Center. And that it grew and evolved. A lot of people remember it as Art in the Park. And it was at the Art Center. And then for a few years, it was even at the Iowa State Fairgrounds. And when they needed to revitalize downtown Des Moines, they put together the 501c3 that created our organization, and really felt that event, that Art in the Park, had the momentum to bring people to downtown. So it was on the bridges. A lot of people fondly remember it on the bridges.
Mm-hmm.
And then it moved into Western Gateway Park. But the really interesting pictures of those first years in Western Gateway Park, there is nothing in Western Gateway Park. There's like an old subway, I think.
Yeah.
That
was where the Come and Go building is now, or whatever they're calling it now. I don't even know what they're calling the building now, since Come and Go is no more. But yeah, there used to be just like a subway. The
Blues on Grand was down there. There's like a little post office.
The Sculpture Garden was just starting. I don't even know.
3 years before the Sculpture Garden.
And was the library there? Because the library is relatively new.
No, the library wasn't there. And the Nationwide campus wasn't there. It's just like a big vast hole with these old buildings and then the
Right.
festival, you know, but we're seeing it with the festival, so it looks a little bit active. But if you kind of look around, it's like, oh, it looks like we're in a field.
But again, that was just, I'm sure that when city leaders had their vision for what Des Moines was eventually going to look like, having an event like this in a place like what is now Western Gateway Park and the Sculpture Park is exactly what they had in mind.
Yeah, and I'm not even sure the festival moved over there because they were going to do bridge construction. So they needed to stay in downtown. They wanted to stay in downtown. I'm not sure that what all was laid out for Western Gateway at that park. It was 2006 when it moved into Western Gateway.
Well, it certainly looks like it is the perfect place for everything like this now. And it's, again, you're having an arts festival in the middle of a literal arts sculpture park.
Exactly. And then recently in the last year, they've added this interactive mural on 10th Street where you can use this app and it comes 3D. It's got the TVs and it's got a buffalo. There's the timepiece, the clock that moves and stuff on 15th and Locust. That was not there at last year's festival. So, and then there's another mural too. So you can actually, it's everywhere.
Wow. Well, Colleen from the Des Moines Arts Festival, thanks for coming by and reminding us that it's coming up. Again, it's going to be in town June 26th to the 28th, Des Moines artsfestival.org if you want more information. And thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
515-284-5966. You can tweet at us at KXNO First Quarter. Up next, I guess I'm going to have to take my lumps because the Cubs lost to the Rockies again. It's on the Iowa Sports Radio Network. The sour cream dips from AE Dairy are iconic. My dad's perfect sides for his big juicy burger since I've been a kid is potato chips and some AE chive dip. That's always been a favorite, along with the AE Dairy Classics, French onion, toasted onion, ranch, French onion garlic, and the party dip. But there are now so many more dips to choose from. Party dip with Lola's hot sauce, Mexican style, and hot jalapeno Mexican style. And now introducing the new hot honey sour cream dip. This is smooth, silky sour cream blended with golden honey and a hint of heat that creates a flavor that starts sweet and finishes with the kick. It's balanced, bold, and made for dipping, drizzling, or adding a little zing to your favorite recipes. AE Dairy sour creams and dips are perfect for get-togethers and sharing a meal. Plus, there's a lot of ways to use them in dishes and recipes, too. Don't see the new Honey Hot Sour Cream dip in stores? Go to aedairy.com to find their products and get great recipes, too.
From the iHeartRadio Traffic Center.
KXNO play-by-play traffic.
West on 80-35, 12 minutes from the East Mixmaster to the West Mix, 235, 7 minutes from either Mixmaster to downtown. Not seeing any slowdowns, I-35 and Ankeny, a little bit of lighter rainfall, but not so far causing any delays in the Des Moines Metro.
This report is sponsored by Warner's Stellian Appliance. Still negotiating with your dishwasher? Stop bargaining and start saving. Shop all the lowest prices of the season at Warner Stellian. Get their best sale prices and get an extra 10% off select models and free install on select dishwashers.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hardworking partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Protecting your lawn, maintaining your acreage, or exploring your land. It all takes equipment that works as hard as you do. Experience the power of John Deere when you green up your gear at Van Wall Equipment. Right now, get financing as low as 0% APR for 36 months on lawnmowers, like the multi-talented X370 tractor or the speedy Z320R Zero Turn. You can even lock in low financing for a full 48 months on rugged Gator UTVs, built to work hard and play harder. From the front yard to the back 40, trust the team at Van Wall to help you find the John Deere built to power up your property. Visit vanwall.com to find a location near you and save big when you green up your gear today. Financing offers subject to approved credit through John Deere Financial. Some exclusions apply.
Do you have neuropathy? Are you experiencing numbness, tingling, and pain that just won't stop? Are you taking dangerous drugs that have serious side effects and never fix the pain? Neuropathy is a serious progressive condition that only gets worse if not treated properly. If not treated, it could result in confinement to a walker, wheelchair, or even amputation. Call Vero Neuropathy at 515-789-VERO, VERO, for your $37 neuropathy evaluation.
There are no drugs, exercises, or surgeries that can heal damaged nerves. Don't wait until your condition gets worse and stops you from living your life. Vero Neuropathy has a time-tested, proven track record of helping hundreds of patients to improve their neuropathy symptoms.
Contact Vero Neuropathy at 515-789-VERO. Call now for your $37 neuropathy evaluation and receive a personal treatment plan that is tailored to your needs.
Call 515-789-VERO, 8376. Don't suffer anymore.
There's a new and exciting way to start your journey toward a more joyful existence. Listen to Joy 101 with Hoda Kotb on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
48 countries.
Only one winner.
Yes! iHeartRadio and Fox Sports are bringing you every match of FIFA World Cup 2026.
Live. Go! Every unforgettable moment wherever you are. Lock in your preset now on the free iHeartRadio app.
The world is listening.
Veterans and active duty service members. When your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. An Elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
Stay in the game with Off the Bench, hosted by Sean Roberts and Lucas Strain. Weekdays 2 to 5 p.m. on 106.3 KXNO and the Iowa Sports Radio Network. The first quarter with Heather Burnside and Alec Bussey on 106.3 KXNO and the Iowa Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back inside the first quarter. Earlier in the show during the six pack, we were talking about basketball numbers, and Alec had some pretty strong opinions about the larger numbers. Not really a fan of anything above what?
I don't think anything over 50 looks that good.
And unpacking the mailbag so far from the show, Roland Raider says, what? White chocolate Jason Williams wore 55. I pointed out that Luka Garza wore 55.
I don't think Luka Garza ever filled out a basketball jersey overly well, though.
Oh, my God. I'm not even going to talk about this.
Do you think he did? His jersey was always coming untucked, and it was like too short.
No.
It was like too short to stay tucked in.
No, by the end, he fit that jersey fit him well, and he got more and more ripped. He is now, I mean, it's crazy what Luka Garza looks like now. Yeah.
I feel like he's in better shape now than he was when he was at Iowa. Now he looks better in a basketball jersey than he did at Iowa because he's like more lean.
I'm going to show you the picture by his senior year. He looks fine
I'm not saying he looked bad. I mean, of course, a National Player of the Year.
I think you might be forgetting what he looked like by his senior year at Iowa. I mean, he wasn't yoked like he is now, but I mean, that looks fine.
Yeah, my point was his jersey was just often coming untucked, and it felt like it was a little shorter. He's naturally a pretty burly built guy, but he's become more lean with the Boston Celtics in his NBA career.
I don't know. I thought he looked fine in 55.
55 is just not a very good number to me. Although I do think like white chocolate, like 55 fit his aura. Because white chocolate was like just a very unique player. I mean, the way he saw the floor and created passing angles and the creative passes that he had, wearing 55 as a lead guard with his playmaking ability was kind of unique.
Continuing to unpack the mailbag, Matt says, what about my Lego art? And he's showing a picture of an Audie Crooks Lego art picture on his wall. I'm not sure if he got it from the Des Moines Arts Festival. And Rip Van Winkle says, wow, really, Tyler? You thought that listener wanted to be in the pictures with you and not taking the picture for you?
Who would? Look at this mug.
For your new updated singles page?
Singles page.
But that is weird.
My website.
He said, what you just said is the single weirdest things And one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard. That's what the GIF says. At no point in your rambling response were you even close to anything
coherent
that could be considered a rational thought. Wow, that is a really slow GIF. That needs to speed up. All right, so I'm going to take my lumps. Cubs lost again last night to a team they should. I mean, a month ago, you're looking at this Cubs team. They're not losing to the Rockies. They're not losing very much during this stretch at all in their schedule. But in fact, they are losing a lot. And the Cardinals won. The Cubs just continue further and further behind. I don't know what's going to happen with this team. This is honestly a stretch where I thought, okay, it's been rough. You can start to get this back on track. And for the most part, they haven't. You lost 2 of 3 to the Giants. You lost 2 of 3 at Colorado the first time. You did win 2 of 3 of the Giants in San Francisco, but now you've lost to the Rockies again at home.
That was good.
I hate this song anyway.
Then why
hey, Chicago, what do you say? The Cubs are going to lose again today. 5-6 over their last 11 games consecutively against the Giants and the Rockies, who are
that song is so ridiculous.
In 4th and 5th place respectively in the NL West.
I might just hit pause on my Marquee subscription. I don't know what's going on.
Cardinals won again last night.
I pointed that out. Thanks for listening.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to emphasize it. 3-2. Andre Palante had a really good outing. He went 7 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 earned runs, struck out 6 as the Cardinals improved to 40-31 on the season. They're now 9 games over 500.
It could be worse. You could be a Brewers fan because the Cardinals are still 4.5 back to the Brewers.
Yeah, but the Cardinals are first place in the NL wildcard standings.
They're probably the Brewers are going to win the division.
In all likelihood, yes. Which I do think I predicted at the beginning of the season. JJ Weatherholt had 3 hits. He's continuing to track towards an MVP, a Rookie of the Year type season for the Cardinals, playing second base. And despite going young in the lineup, again, Blaze Jordan came up over the weekend in Minneapolis. He had another hit last night. He had a rocket of a double, also walked. Jordan has come up and had great contributions into the Cardinal lineup. He's hitting .316, has a .632 slugging percentage that's coming up over the weekend.
If it makes you feel any better, Heather, the Tigers suck. Like bad.
And they're probably going to trade Tarek Skubal.
Division in baseball, and they're like 9 games back.
God, I hope the Cubs end up with Skubal, but I doubt it now that they are.
What would you be willing to give up
free
for
fall? Why do you have to ask me that? That's
you
not
just
my
said
job.
You would like him. I'm just asking.
No, I don't know. That's not my job. I just know that it's the job of Jed Hoyer and Cubs management to try to figure out some of the issues that the Cubs are having. And I'm not one that's going to sit there and dive into numbers. I know that Dansby Swanson sucks, but I doubt they can't do anything about him.
It's a good thing he's being paid $77 million.
Yeah.
If the Cubs are like this at the trade deadline, would you want them to do whatever to get Skubal? Or would you say, hey, no, let's keep our I mean, how would you feel about
if
that?
They're like this
if the Cubs are still like this at the trade deadline?
If they keep playing like this at the deadline,
they wouldn't be buyers.
They need to hard sell.
Yeah, they wouldn't be buyers, I don't think, at that point.
Probably not. But at the same time, I don't want it to be like this fire sale either.
Right. Yeah, you don't want to.
You don't want to, because you have a decent core that you and some free agents that you've just signed that you're now tied to that. Okay, you need to start hitting again, Dansby Swanson. Why don't you start hitting in the first place, Alex Bregman? But I don't know.
I'm telling you, Dansby Swanson is the shortstop version of Jason Hayward. By the time that deal's done, that's how Cubs fans are going to view him. I feel very confidently about that, and he's not going to have a rain delay speech to save his reputation in Chicago. I seriously think that that's where that's going to go for him, and they're paying him too much money for him to not be in the lineup every day. Like, you can't pay someone $77 million.
Well, they've been doing it a little bit recently.
I mean, the guy's hitting $175. Like, that's not, I don't even know if he weighs 175 pounds.
He does.
He weighs like 190, 200 pounds, but He's like barely hitting his weight.
Your ERA has to be above your weight, and if not, you're ejected from the majors. Get out of here.
So, it's just he's 32 as well. Like he's past his prime. Like I don't know why. And I'm not saying you feel like he's going to turn a corner and come back to being an all-star caliber shortstop every day, right? Like I don't think
I'm not
feeling that way, but like his prime is behind him. Like that's to me what would be so concerning if I was a Cubs fan is like he's 32, he still has a number of years of control left, and he's hitting a $175 with a 587 OPS, and you're paying him close to, you're paying him a lot of money. Like you're paying him close to $30 million this year. Do you want Nico Horner to be their everyday shortstop?
Again, I am not one that's going to sit there and say I have any answers. I don't know what the answer is.
I will say moving Pete Crow Armstrong to leadoff spot has been an answer.
Yeah.
Because he's been awesome since
And honestly, is that
June.
an answer you would have come up with when you were sitting there bagging on him that he couldn't hit?
We'll see where he's at the end of July. He's probably due for about a 3-week long slump in about 4 or 5 games, but
Why do you have to be such a jerk?
That's just how baseball goes, He's a streaky hitter.
Ask 5-0 next.
From the iHeartRadio Traffic Center.
KXNO play-by-play traffic.
Westbound 8035 from Highway 141 to the West Mixmaster. Just about a minute slower now as we start to see a little bit of rush hour traffic there. I-235 still at the speed limit from either Mixmaster to downtown Des Moines. 7 minutes. Roads wet after a little bit of light rainfall has started in Des Moines.
This report is sponsored by Anderson Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
Shaw Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing has served Iowa homeowners for nearly 80 years. And now we want to give you a free decade on us. Qualifying systems include a free 10-year parts and labor warranty. Call Shaw, y'all. Visit callshawyall.com.
Happened again. I was out golfing with listener and friend Julie. Hey, Julie, the other night, and she asked me, hey, is this QC Kinetics? Does it really help? And I'm like, yeah, it helps. That's why I'm out here golfing. I was having a lot of knee pain. I was having some elbow pain. Went to talk to QC Kinetics about their game-changing regenerative treatments and that they can do right there in the office. And now I'm back. I'm doing golfing. I'm lifting weights. I feel really good, and you can too. So the longer you put this off, the more you're letting your arthritis, your degenerative joint pain go untreated. So you need to start the process now. The consultation is free at QC Kinetics, and they're going to be able to show you that these life-changing treatments are going to have you back and without missing work, without surgery, without a long recovery. The inflammation is going to calm down. The pain backs off. Take advantage of that free consultation today. Call 515-259-1227. That's 515-259-1227 for QC Kinetics. Tell them Heather said they could help.
The world's largest sports book in Las Vegas is available right at your fingertips in Iowa. Trent Condon here for Circa Sports. The Circa Sports Iowa app is sports betting the way it should be. Bet anywhere in Iowa and experience high betting limits, tight money line splits, and exceptional customer service. Download your new bookie today. Visit circasports.com and start betting like a pro from anywhere in Iowa. If you or someone you know may have a problem with gambling, call 1-800-BETS-OFF.
Discover the value of American Toppers and Accessories, where your truck bed needs are met with quality and variety. Explore our selection of toppers from brands like ARE, Lear, and SmartCap. Whether you're an outdoor enthusiast or a contractor, protect your cargo and keep snow and debris out of your truck bay. With options like rolling and folding covers, plus decked drawer systems, there's something for everyone. Don't wait. Visit our website today at AmericanToppers.com for more information.
Ready to light up the sky? Head to Central Iowa Fireworks, Iowa's largest fireworks stand. In Newton, just off exit 164, 1 mile north. Over 1,000 different fireworks items. Incredible buy one, get 4 free deals. From fountains and artillery shells to complete backyard shows. Central Iowa Fireworks has everything you need for an unforgettable celebration. Open daily from 10 to 9. Central Iowa Fireworks, Newton, exit 164, 1 mile north. Stock up and light up the night.
Is it time to get your vehicle ready for a road trip, or do you need to fix damage on your door? Whatever your situation, the Carl Auto Group has you covered. From routine maintenance to insurance claims and customer pay repairs, we make it easy. Any make, any model. Ask about our GM rewards and how your points can be used for oil changes, accessory upgrades, and more. When it comes to repairs, you have a choice. Choose the Carl Auto Group. Come see us in Ankeny, Stewart, Webster City, or Marshalltown and experience what customer first ownership means for you. It's your journey, our promise. That's why we're here. Details at carlauto.com. Take it to Carl, where we make maintaining your vehicle easy.
Your dealer for life. It's the Carl way.
This is a special alert to all Americans who own a vehicle with less than 200,000 miles with an auto warranty about to expire or with no warranty coverage at all. Due to a decline in the economy, CarShield is announcing a low-cost month-to-month vehicle protection plan that is now available to the public to save any driver out-of-pocket expenses on future auto repairs. Call now to find out how you can pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. Yes, you heard that correctly. Pay almost nothing for covered auto repairs. An open phone line has been established for all drivers to call for a free quick quote. Call 800-361-7615 now. Drivers who are covered will not have to pay for covered repairs again. This protection plan is at an all-time low. Additionally, drivers who activate this vehicle protection today will also receive free roadside assistance, free towing, and car rental options at no additional cost. Call us for your free quick quote today. 800-361-7615. That's 800-361-7615. What do you have to lose? Call 800-361-7615. Again, 800-361-7615.
KXNO 106.3 FM and 1460 AM Des Moines, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
Christian Bethancourt with a homer and 4 RBI'd out the Iowa Cubs take down the Indianapolis Indians 13-7. Major League Baseball, Yankees crushed the White Sox 12-2. Rockies beat the Cubs 5-2. Chiefs receiver Rashee Rice was released from jail after serving a 30-day probation violation sentence, missing the team's offseason workouts and mandatory minicamp. I'm Ronta Moss.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
Wake up, Iowa.
Rise and shine. It's butt whipping time.
It's the first quarter with Heather Burnside and Alec Bussey.
In the morning, I splash it on, and it makes me meal mainly.
On 106.3 KXNO and the Iowa Sports Radio Network.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Wake up, gentlemen. It's late.
Hour number 3. Glad to have you along starting your day on the first quarter. It's Heather Burnside, Alec Bussey, producer Tyler Allen. In case you missed any part of the show, you can always catch on the free iHeartRadio app podcast our show if you miss any of it. We're also now live on YouTube and Facebook. No Twitter X machine just yet. Apparently we have to get verified to do that. Is that the deal?
Yeah, I think that's what I understand. I think we're in the process of trying to organize those things with iHeartRadio. Of course, they're our parent company, so we're trying to figure things out there.
So I am just absolutely thrilled that now you can see all of us every morning on YouTube, which means, Heather's having a bad hair day. There's going to be a few people that know it.
Well, the good news for you
I'd
is
really
that
enjoyed decades of not having people know what was going on with my hair and makeup.
the good news for you, though, is that the microphone kind of blocks your face. Like I'm looking at the stream right now.
Yeah, I know. I'm okay with that, I guess, but it's still not blocking my hair.
No, that's one of the reasons why I've worn this hat into the show all week, though. I have a haircut on Friday, so next week I probably won't have a hat on.
You really thought that? Man, he does have a little Sean in him that I would have never looked at Bussey's hair and said, wow, you really need a haircut.
I was sitting when you walked in today. I was like, what's with the mullet, bro?
It gets very poofy.
What are you, a beetle? Huh? You hippie?
Here, I'll show you. It gets very poofy and kind of crazy. Let me take my headphones off.
This ought to be good.
Yeah, that's not what I would consider poofy.
DJ Pauly D? If you listened to the show yesterday.
Situation.
There is a situation going on under Bussey's hat.
It doesn't look bad in the window, and you can't really tell, but it's just it looks better when it's trimmed up and shorter.
Well, another person that right now currently off camera because we don't know what we're doing with our guest cameras yet, but it's that time, and we do have a guest in the studio. It is Ask 50 Anything. brought to you by our good friends at AE Dairy. Here on behalf of the more than 600 active and retired members of the Des Moines Police Burial Association, it's Sergeant Paul Parizek.
How you guys doing?
Hey, we found that you had a lot of fans yesterday at the Iowa Broadcasters Association.
Yeah, that was kind of interesting. It was cool to see Lou get that award. And
shout out to Mrs. Ray Cole. I wish I would have gotten his wife's name, but Ray Cole, a longtime TV executive here in Central Iowa, said that his wife loves this segment.
Yeah, she should.
Was that Lou Seipel? Did he win an award?
That was why we were there. And that was the other thing. I thought maybe I was going to lead 5-0 into that. And he's like, where do you want me to go with this? But yeah, we were there because my old co-host Lou was inducted into the Iowa Broadcasters Hall of Fame.
When did you, I used to watch him with Jackie Schmillen all the time. I actually caught up to him because he was Mr. Iowa at the State Fair this last year. And I caught up to him and I was talking to him right outside the ball that shoots up. But yeah,
I did radio with him for a dozen years at KGGO back in the early aughts.
Love Lou Seipel, man.
Yeah. So he just got inducted into the Iowa Broadcasters Hall of Fame yesterday. 5-0 went with me. It's kind of funny. There was one person that came up and said, hello, I would love to ask you what you do for a living, but I can kind of tell because he showed up in his uniform.
It's working, man.
Yeah.
It's working.
You're always busy. So it is, as the segment would anticipate or, imply, it's Ask 5-0. So if you have a question, 515-284-5966. You can tweet at us at KXNO First Quarter. But let's just get started with the fact that it was a busy week for Des Moines Police out and about in the community last week. A lot going on.
Yeah, when we were heading out last Wednesday, you were asking about the Optimist Club, and we did have that luncheon right after we got off the air, I think it was, and several of our officers and professional employees, as well as a couple employees from the Iowa Law Enforcement Academy, got their Respect for Law awards. So it's pretty cool. I think this was the 30th year or something like that they've been doing this, the Iowa Optimist Club, and they do a lot of great work in the community. Like if you go to the Iowa Cubs, you will see two of the people from the board that are always there donating their time to raise some money through working one of the concession stands. They do a lot of work out there. But yeah, so detectives, a couple different detectives, our IT, one of our IT guys who has put in a heck of a lot of work, getting our platforms up to where we want them so we can get the data that the community needs to know and stats and those types of things. And telecommunicator got an award. So it was a good day. Shout out to all of them.
So who on the Des Moines Police staff is a good golfer now? Because I know they had the For the Parks golf outing that some of your staff played in. So who's a good golfer?
So, well, you've played with Detective Bruckner and
Austin Anderson.
Yeah. And I feel like talking around the crowd that Bruckner's probably one of the best in the building.
I'd believe it after playing around with him.
Yeah.
Me and Austin and my other golfing partner, Zach, that played golf at Drake, they could crush the ball off the tee.
So I don't know who kind of stood out in that crowd. The Chief McTaggart put together a team so they could go out and support the Friends of the Parks. And I'm not sure who.
Blom, McTaggart, Ramey, and SBO Shannon.
Shannon's a good athlete all the way around. Really good. I would have put my money on him as being the best ball out of that group.
So yeah, you had the For the Parks golf outing. Pride Fest was over the weekend. You've got more stuff coming up with the Des Moines Arts Festival on the horizon. It's always probably just a busy time because it's summer.
Yeah, it's a festival city, and there's always something going on. There'll be more runs coming up. There's going to be, like you mentioned, the Arts Festival. There's one other big one that I was just reading about. I can't remember off the top of my head, but anyway, on the weekends. Oh, the night run. The night run's coming up, and that's going to be the first year for that. That's kind of unique that it's going to be a run through the downtown city in the dark. They're actually going to run a parking ramp and Court Avenue. So it'll be an interesting thing. It's the first time they've done that. I think it's a rip-roar event.
Cyclone Kathy has tweeted into the show. I don't have a question for 5-0, but a comment. Thanks to you and everyone that helped keep people safe at Pride Fest this weekend. And she sent a couple of pictures of cops standing on tops of buildings, not with weapons, but literally looking out over the crowd, probably scanning for threats. And this isn't just a Pride Fest thing. They're there every week watching over the downtown farmers market. There's a lot of events where it's probably going to be the Des Moines Arts Festival. There may be some rooftop scanning. There's crowd events where surveillance is probably necessary.
Yeah, it's just the world we live in right now, and it's a precautionary measure that we take to help keep those events secure. You know, when you look at, well, what was it, 4 years ago, the 4th of July over in Illinois, where they had that shooter. You know, these things happen. They happen fast, and that's the best vantage point to be able to see and spot things. Some people say it makes them feel uncomfortable. I don't get why. But you know, with the overwatch that they can provide, and to listen to them on the radio, and one of the unique things about it, like with the farmers market, they're up there and they're watching the crowd and doing those things. But I've actually been there when they've had the vantage point to find a lost kid. You know, so it's something simple as that, being able to track down a little kid who's wandered away from his family, and also spot somebody who might be a threat on a perimeter.
And they're working in tandem. Like, you might see a uniformed officer on the roof watching, but then there's probably plainclothes detectives in the crowd. It's a group effort.
Yeah, it depends on the event. The State Fair is probably one of the best examples for that, where, you know, the State Fair Police Department has their own full standing police department. We support them, particularly on those nights when we anticipate that they might be problems with youth, you know, large groups of kids, those types of things. We'll put plainclothes officers out there, you know, and then obviously they've got one heck of a video surveillance system out there, plus drones that they're working with. Having that vantage point's really, really good. You know, the last thing we ever want is to have somebody get the high ground on us. So, you know, they're up there at those high points. They can see the other rooftops. So it's a really, really good system to have in place to keep people safe in large events like that.
It's Ask 50 Des Moines Police Sergeant Paul Parizek on the Iowa Sports Radio Network. First Responders Night at the iCubs tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, yeah, come on down, touch a truck. So there'll be displays from, I know the fire department's going to be there, sheriff's office, us. There might be one other group there, but they'll have some equipment on display down there, and we'll be there obviously to, like we always are, to answer your questions, help you get in and out. But it's First Responders Night, so there'll be some fun things happening.
I thought you had posted a great story on the Des Moines Police Facebook page about skimmers, because a lot of people are worried these days, and they should be, about the security of their credit and debit cards, especially their debit cards. So talk a little bit about what it is, or how, I guess, the criminals can steal your information, and what you need to be on the lookout for, and things you can do to keep your information and your cards and your money safe.
That story did really take off. I think it's had, just our reel on Facebook alone has probably had over 110,000 views on it, and served the purpose we want. A lot of comments, a lot of people talking in there. Media reached out to us, wanted to spread that word also. But so the skimmer thing, like, we've had our financial crimes folks in here before talking about this. And the unique thing about this is that historically, and if you watch the reel we put on Facebook, you'll see examples of both of these. But historically, the skimmers that we would encounter and recover were overlays. So it was a piece that would overlay right on top of the point of sale, where you would insert your debit card, put your PIN number in there at a cash register in a store. And what it did was your transaction wasn't going into the actual machine. It was going into that overlay. And then they just come back, take that thing off, and they download all your data. I put a short video clip of a person actually installing one of those in that reel also, so you can see how fast it happens. What we discovered in May, and it was so all the gas pumps in the state have to be inspected by the Iowa Department of Agriculture's Weights and Measures Division, because there's a measure in there for, you know, your gas, how many gallons or whatever. They inspect those machines, make sure they're operating properly, and that the measuring piece of that is tuned up. They've discovered these skimmers that are being actually inserted inside of the gas pumps.
And that was what really stopped me in my tracks, because first of all, when you talk about, well, I'm not going to be fooled by something I'm sticking my card in, I would probably be able to tell that it's fake or that it's not part of it. Those are really good. You can't really tell that it's a skimmer instead of, you know, and not something that you're supposed to be putting your card in. And then to hear that they can now get inside the pump, so you literally have no way of knowing what?
Yeah, the consumer would have no idea at all. Now, there's a couple things there that can keep you safe. The two that we recovered here in Des Moines, one was recovered at 42nd and University at the convenience store there. The other one at Southeast 22nd and Park Avenue at the convenience store there. Same company. They don't have tap to pay at their pump, so you don't have an option for that. What we've learned through the investigation is that there's a key that and when you watch the video, Detective Roth explains that the overwhelming majority, like I don't think we've caught any locals ever involved in this, he calls them traveling transnational organized crime groups. And basically what we find are they from Romania or some South American country.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's wild because they make millions and millions of dollars on these scams, and they just sweep across the nation and hit gas stations on their way out and or other points of sale. But they were able to either figure out a way to get into these machines without a key, but we believe what they have is a universal key. They open them up, they install these things, they're gone. These two convenience stores aren't 24-hour stores, so maybe they could slip in under, in the middle of the night and do this. If you're doing it on a pump away from where the clerk might see, that's another thing. But the one thing that you can do to keep yourself safe, the one thing, first of all, make sure you're always checking your transaction records. Make sure you're always going on, looking at your bank statement. The majority of us can do it now from our phone if we have to. So taking a look at that, have those fraud alerts set up. But also it's not 100% foolproof, but all the detectives recommend tap to pay. It's a lot harder to compromise the tap to pay. And then these guys aren't kidding. They don't have or debit cards in their world. Our investigators, they're like, everything's a credit card. Everything's a credit card. Just pay it off right away.
Yeah.
Because if, it's a much longer process and a lot more hoops to jump through, and it's your cash on your debit card if it disappears. If you find these charges, or if you find that you've been scammed and you dispute it to the credit card company right away, they'll take it off right away.
Right, because it's the credit card's money,
right,
not yours. So they're a lot more motivated to track it down.
Right. So that's that.
Oh, nobody else has anything? I thought that I was interested in this. Tyler?
I'm just someone who uses tap to pay now because I had heard about a lot of this stuff, and I was like, well, and I also find the tap to pay to be faster. Like if I can tap and the tap works, sometimes the tap doesn't always work super efficiently, then I'll tap to pay because I find it to be quicker than the insert.
There's somebody had asked me, and we didn't include this in the video because it was kind of off topic, but there's a thing going on right now. Then I know that our credit union had sent out kind of an informational piece to people, and some other credit unions and banks have too, about it's a fraud thing with the tap. But if you look at it and you understand it, they have to steal your phone to make it happen. I can't remember. I think it's called ghost tapping or something like that. But what they're doing is, and they're seeing this happen at large events, like you got FIFA going on right now, or pick any other large event.
Music festival.
Yeah, music festival, big, huge concert. There'll be groups of people in there watching over your shoulder as you tap your phone. And then if you don't bypass your PIN, or if you can't bypass your PIN, and you type your PIN number in there, they're watching that. And then they follow you and wait for an opportunity to steal your phone.
So what do you have to say about like the Apple Pay or the mobile pay where you just tap your phone on the kiosk instead of tapping your card? Is that more or less secure than using your card?
No, any tap is good.
Okay.
Yeah, any tap is good.
But even your phone is the same equivalency as tapping your card?
Yep.
Because I'm not someone who uses Apple Pay for whatever reason. I don't know why I don't. I honestly should.
Love having credit cards on my phone now. Then I don't have to take my purse many places anymore. You just tap and
Where do you
pay
keep
everywhere.
your driver's license?
I don't sometimes have it with me. Oh, sorry. Did I just admit to something I shouldn't do?
When you said that you don't take your purse, I was like, wait a second.
I have another question.
Well, I was going to say nobody confuses her for under 21.
Wow. Ouch. But now I have a question. Can you put does the state of Iowa accept it if I have my driver's license on an electronic device?
The law that's a big sore spot with.
They're still trying to get that passed?
So you can put, DOT has it so you can download your driver's license on your phone. But you still have to have your physical driver's license with you to operate a car.
All right. Well, I
Sounds
guess I
like you
just learned
shouldn't
my
be forgetting
lesson.
your purse.
And there's not a lot of places that will take your driver's license on your phone as a form of ID. You know,
Okay.
very few stores
But
that we've
yet,
talked to will do that. Like if you want to purchase alcohol.
I have
they're
like my
"Mm-mm."
car insurance on my app right
Mhm.
there, but sometimes I'd heard that until pretty recently, you still had to have a physical copy of your car insurance.
I
No,
keep
we'll
that
take
as a hard
We'll
copy
take,
too.
We'll take a digital copy of that.
So here's a question for you. If you get pulled over and someone only has a digital copy of their car insurance, you guys ask for license and registration, right? When you pull someone over and let's say they don't have the hard insurance copy, do you take their phone back to your vehicle or?
No, you just look at it.
And you just verify it quickly.
Yeah, nobody wants to give their phone to a cop.
That's why I was asking. I was like, well, I would.
And we're not going to fight with you over whether or not we're taking your phone 20 feet to our car.
That's
We'll-
what I was asking
yeah.
about is, obviously, a hard copy is probably preferred on your guys' end, just like it probably is preferred on the citizens' end. But
On the other hand, you don't really need it to run anything, right? You just need to check the
You just need to
documents to
make
make sure it's up to date.
Yeah, you need to make sure that it's valid. And there's so many insurance. There's not a lot of local insurance companies that hand you a card. You might have a local agent, but that card's going to come to you from some corporate office somewhere. So have it for them to be doing it digital, and us to not accept it would be silly.
515-284-5966. Jeff and Urbandale, you have a question for 50?
I certainly do. Thank you for your service to start off.
Thanks.
Traffic cops. Back in the day, we were always told to watch your driving habits heading into a weekend because traffic cops had quotas for tickets they had to write. Was that ever the case?
As long as I've been in law enforcement, no. As a matter of fact, when somebody would ask us about a quota, we would be like, no, we can write as many as we want.
Or as few as you want, I
yeah.
think is what he might be implying.
Yeah. So there's we've got a 12-person, 12-officer traffic unit. And
It's a good question, Jeff. Thanks.
And it's a 24/7 operation. So going into the weekend, they're not coming up against a hard deadline to have anything done. The only deadline they have when it comes to traffic enforcement on the weekends is they have to have the mobile radar locations to me by Sunday so I can put them on the internet and spread that word around. But no quotas. And there's a lot of discretion. Here's a good example. They have a lot of discretion when it comes to what they do. There are some things where you just don't look the other way. Impaired driving, where our traffic unit or any cop for that matter is not going to walk away from that. You're speeding, we get stopped, and it's just one of those days, man. You just weren't paying attention. They have the discretion to issue a citation or not, and just issue you a warning. Yesterday, there was a guy that we got a call up to Casey's at East 14th and Euclid that there was a guy passed out in his car and the music was just blaring from this car. Cops get there. They had a hard time waking this dude up. And they said they could hear the music from East 14th Street when they pulled in.
Wow.
So, but they had a hard time waking this guy up. They get him woke up. There's definite signs of impairment there. So they call a traffic cop up there. And this guy was miserable with them. I mean, he was screaming at him and yelling. And when I got there, he was inside the car and he had his face pressed up against the bars on the window and kept screaming that I can't believe I'm in this car. Everybody else was like, it looks like it's a good place for you, pal. But when I was talking to the traffic cop as he was walking back to his car, he's like, I stopped this guy last week and gave him a break. And now look at this, he wasn't impaired last week. So,
right.
He cut the guy a deal and then now look what happens. But,
was he drinking or was it something else? Okay.
So there's no quotas. There's no, and I don't even.
There has to be though an expectation that a traffic officer is going to pull people.
That's
over.
your job is to enforce those
Right,
traffic
that's what
laws.
I'm saying.
Yes.
Like you can't if you're a traffic cop to use your.
If you come back for a week with nothing.
Yeah, like if you don't pull anyone over for 2-3 months, then like I imagine that Chief McTaggart should be like, "Hey, buddy, like let's."
Well, Chief McTaggart has a lieutenant that he
whatever
would say, hey,
the leader,
Lieutenant.
whatever is going to be like, "Hey, Officer Billy here. He probably needs to find some people that are doing some things."
There have been people that have been bounced from that unit before, because they're not performing, and you got to perform. There's an expectation over there because we do those things to keep you safe. We write speeding tickets and we do traffic stops and we look for impaired drivers to keep the roadways safe. And that's the expectation is that you're going to go out there and you're going to do those duties.
Thanks for the question, Jeff. 515-284-5966. You can tweet it at KXNO First Quarter. Up next, I know Tyler has a question. We'll get to Drew's question next on the Iowa Sports Radio Network. The sour cream dips from AE Dairy are iconic. My dad's perfect sides for his big juicy burger since I've been a kid is potato chips and some AE chive dip. That's always been a favorite, along with the AE Dairy Classics, French onion, toasted onion, ranch, French onion garlic, and the party dip. But there are now so many more dips to choose from. Party dip with Lola's hot sauce, Mexican style, and hot jalapeno Mexican style. And now introducing the new hot honey sour cream dip. This is smooth, silky sour cream blended with golden honey and a hint of heat that creates a flavor that starts sweet and finishes with the kick. It's balanced, bold, and made for dipping, drizzling, or adding a little zing to your favorite recipes. AE Dairy sour creams and dips are perfect for get-togethers and sharing a meal. Plus, there's a lot of ways to use them in dishes and recipes, too. Don't see the new Honey Hot Sour Cream dip in stores? Go to aedairy.com to find their products and get great recipes, too.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by iHeartAdvertising.com.
Christian Bethancourt with a homer and 4 RBI to help the Iowa Cubs take down the Indianapolis Indians 13-7. Major League Baseball, Yankees crushed the White Sox 12-2. Rockies beat the Cubs 5-2. Chiefs receiver Rashee Rice was released from jail after serving a 30-day probation violation sentence, missing the team's offseason workouts and mandatory minicamp. I'm Ronta Moss.
Run a business and not thinking about radio? Think again, because people are listening to radio more today than they did 20 years ago. And only iHeartRadio connects with more Americans than TV, digital, even social. Learn how radio can help your business. Call 844-844-iHeart.
If you can't raise your arms, climb stairs, or kneel down without pain, that means you can't play with the kids, golf with the guys, or get through a workday without exhausting pain. If this is you, let's do something about it. QC Kinetics patients like me are back to doing, not bracing for the next pain that's coming their way. It's gone. You've heard me talk about the team at QC Kinetics, and so many of you have been through their game-changing regenerative treatments done right in the office. No missing work, no surgery, no long downtime. The inflammation calms down and the pain backs off. And we love hearing from you about how we're helping you dig out from underneath that long list of cants and get back to living your best life. So find out what you can do. The consultation is free at QC Kinetics to see if you're a good candidate. Call 515-259-1227. That's 515-259-1227 for QC Kinetics. Tell them Heather sent you in.
This Father's Day weekend, get to Clive Power Days, June 18th through the 20th. Save with season best deals on Toro mowers. Take 15% off Echo handhelds Friday. Plus, daily prize raffles and free Clive Power swag. No purchase necessary. Clive Power Equipment, 73rd and University in Clive.
Iowa business owners have put their trust in Carl Chevrolet since 1978. It's a trust built on relationships and a promise to provide customer-first ownership. Our business elite professionals will help you find the right Chevrolet, GMC, or Ram commercial vehicle. And our fleet management program will help increase vehicle uptime, lower cost per mile, and reduce operating expenses. When it comes to service and repairs, your business has a choice. Choose the experts at Carl Chevrolet. With dealerships located in Ankeny, Stewart, Webster City, and Marshalltown, we make fleet maintenance easy. Together, let's drive. It's your journey, our promise. That's why we're here. View our complete fleet and work truck inventory at carlchevrolet.com.
Your dealer for life, it's the Carl way.
I'll be on Court Avenue this Friday at 2 for the FIFA World Cup 26 as Team USA takes on Australia. Watch the game on a huge TV that spans Court Avenue. Grab some Mick Ultra swag and watch the World Cup with fellow soccer fans at this free event this Friday on Court Avenue.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, spruce, spruce,
It's Spruce, the weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people, pets, and bees when used as directed. Spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in just 1 day. You spray, they play. Spruce, pet friendly, weed deadly. Find wherever weed killers are sold.
Do
Did you miss your favorite local shows? Find them all on the free iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. From Des Moines Sports Station, 106.3 KXNO. Heather and Alec are back in 60 seconds right here on 106.3 KXNO.
Please be advised, you may want to stop eating the following foods immediately: broccoli, kale, blueberries, quinoa, spinach.
I thought those were good for me.
What's healthy for one person may cause inflammation for another. So how do you know what your body actually needs? That's where Viome comes in. Viome is a simple at-home gut health test that analyzes your real-time biology to give you personalized nutrition guidance and custom supplements.
Learn more at Viome.com/gut. V as in Victor, IOME.com/GUT. And use coupon code GUTHEALTH50 to save $50 off your purchase.
iHeartRadio FIFA World Cup update.
Team France opened up World Cup play yesterday, beating Senegal 3-1 with history made during the match by superstar Kylian Mbappe.
Well, Mbappe! That's another one! Out of nowhere!
Mbappe scored twice, becoming France's all-time record goal scorer. Meanwhile, Team USA continues preparing for its next match in Seattle on Friday against Australia.
For live Fox coverage, search World Cup now on the free iHeartRadio app.
Live from the TNT Landscaping and Nursery Studios, you're listening to 106.3 KXNO. Wake up, Iowa. It's the first quarter with Heather Burnside and Alec Bussey on 106.3 KXNO and the Iowa Sports Radio Network.
We're back with more Ask 5-0, brought to you by our great friends at AE Dairy. Make sure you try out their new dips. It's Des Moines Police Sergeant Paul Parizek. Before the break, he was asked about, do traffic cops have quotas? And Walking Taco Enthusiast says, come on, 5-0, you know officers get 10% commission per ticket.
Day off if we write a whole bunch of them, you know, we can work, we can earn seat time. Yeah, I wish.
284-5966, waiting on hold through the break. It's Derek from New Sharon. Good morning, Derek.
Good morning. How we doing, 5-0?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Well, I couldn't believe I was in that car. I just turned up the music so I could soothe myself into a nice nap. I'm gonna ask for a jury trial and taking you with me as a character witness, my friend.
I'll be there.
All right.
If that was you, I'd have popped the door.
Oh, hey, you have a good one. Nice hearing from you.
You too.
Bud.
Take care, guys.
Thanks, Derek. I love how Derek decided to call in and confess that was him in the car passed out.
He's the best. Super awesome.
Drew asks on on Twitter, a question for 5-0. Theoretically, if someone were to not register their car for several years, what are the repercussions besides the obvious ticket?
That's about it. I mean, it's the penalties that would rack up for failure to register your car. You know, like if you don't register your car in the 30 days after your registration expires, I think it's 5% a month. I think there's a 5% penalty a month.
Wow. I'm going to look this up because that seems like that could escalate quickly.
Oh, it has.
He should know.
I've been there.
He's the one that forgot to register his vehicle for a couple of months.
Let the Jeep sit there, you know, while we're working on it. And like, oh, guess what I forgot to do.
I feel like you should get a little pass on that if you haven't driven it.
Yeah.
Now you can put them in storage. I think there's a way you can put it in storage.
Yeah, without using it or whatever. I got pulled over, I don't know if you remember, a couple of weeks ago for not having my plates, my stickers. And it was, you know, obviously it goes over in September. So, you know, June of this year, I was like, how did I get by so long without that? I have a question about
hold on, before we move on from that, I do have the answer that it is 5% of your annual fee per month that you let go by after the 30-day grace period to re-register your vehicle, Drew. And if you let your registration lapse for multiple years, you have to pay the missed registration fees up to 3 years, in addition to the current year's fees and all the accumulated penalties that go along with it.
In other words, you should just sell the car and then buy a new one and register the new one.
Yeah, it's not going to be pretty.
It'll be cheaper.
All right, what's your question, Tyler?
So it's more of a legal thing, but I watch a lot of Roku channel, which is like free with ads. And it seems like all the ads are these ads for seniors. They're directed at seniors for funeral cost benefit and grocery card Medicare benefit. I looked this up, and all of this is scams. What they do is they have seniors call in to give their information, and then they convince them to buy stuff, whatever. I don't like that. I think you would probably know the best, like legally, who would I report this? Like, who would I go to? Would I try to go to a federal agency, or since they're being played here in Iowa, would I go to maybe say the state auditor? Would I go to, like, I want to report these and get somebody looking at these commercials, because they play every commercial break. And I'm just worried about all the seniors who are not aware of this calling in and going, yeah, I want $900 in groceries. And the next thing they know, they're, on this completely different Medicare plan that just screws them up. It's more of a fraud question. If you were me, who would you go to, or how would you find out that information, 50?
So the agency that I would send you to right away would be the Attorney General's office for the state of Iowa.
Cool.
Because they have a huge fraud bureau.
I could start there then.
Yep. Cool. And they could, if they couldn't help you, they could give you guidance. The FCC has the jurisdiction over the airwaves for the television.
Yeah.
But I would start locally with the state AG's office. You see all the time that they're filing class action lawsuits on behalf of the citizens of the state of Iowa, and that's where I'd go.
Okay. I'm impressed with your grammar there. You said attorneys general, not you. You did that correctly.
I write it a lot.
Thanks.
Most people would
He's
make
a
the
really
general
good writer.
plural or possessive, not the attorneys part.
So
That's good, 50. That's impressive.
speaking of scams,
Here for you.
I feel like there's a lot of people that might end up being on the business end of a scam that never thought that they would be. And it's because they're so prevalent. It's so easy to click on something. Text messages that say you have mail that's waiting for you at the post office. Click here. I mean, it seems like people are trying to rip you off every time you open your phone, basically.
All the time, Max. They can come right to you. It used to be you'd have to, like you'd think about these snake oil salesmen back in the old days trying to sell you some stuff off the back of a covered wagon. Now, nobody even has to talk to you. They just come straight to your phones to they're right there in your hand. And you're right. The text messages that your package is delayed, or your package is here, or you've got a refund, or whatever
Or
is.
you have a toll that you haven't paid yet, that they're going to take your license and impound your car.
There's the USPS and the toll ones that go around pretty often.
And if you're expecting a package, typically that's not how they're going to communicate with you. Like we get alerts through our email, but I've also you know what you ordered. If you didn't order something, don't click on that stuff. But I wouldn't click on anything. Just don't even mess with it at all anymore, because once you open that phone up, and if there's a virus in there or some kind of malware that can start grabbing your data or grabbing your information, and never give anybody your social security number, your bank account number, all that stuff. It seems like we wonder why we have to still have these conversations, because this is something that's been going on for so long, but it's because they get good at it. We talked about the skimmers. This is
skimmers have gotten really good to where you have to really be paying attention. And even then, sometimes you don't know your info is getting stolen.
Right. With the devices that we just recovered, you could do all the security things that we tell you to do with, grabbing a hold of the keypad and shaking it to see if there's something that's been laid over it, or the card receiver on the gas machine, and yanking on that. And you're going to be like, all right, this is the real deal. And next thing you know, there goes your stuff.
Because they've managed to break inside the machine itself.
Yeah. Yep.
That's also, it's the criminal mind. Like it's 1,000 different ways. Like you've dammed up this avenue, so they're going to take another creek to get where they're going. It's probably a never ending battle.
For us, yeah. I mean, it's just constant, because they just get better. They want to be able to succeed in what they're doing. So just like us, we find new ways to fight crime and find new ways to prevent crime and suppress crime. And they're trying to find ways to avoid us. And
all right,
sometimes it works.
Did you get to Wanted Wednesday?
Yep. I got it all done.
Who's Wanted Wednesday this week?
So June 12th, we had a shooting down on Court Avenue. About 1:20 in the morning, right in the 200 block of Court Avenue. We've got some really good video of
By the way, that was also the weekend of the Principal Charity Classic. There was a lot going on in
there was
downtown
just a
Des Moines.
lot going on.
Yeah.
Overall. And again, Festival City, man, there's always something to do in the summertime. But anyway, we got some good video. Our efforts to get this person identified haven't worked out just yet. We've got a couple potential leads, but our detectives are looking to find this person. He's going to be charged with attempted murder for one thing. And assault with a weapon. But we've got a picture of the shooter, a picture of his getaway driver, a person who drove him to and from the scene, and then also the car. So as soon as we get off the air here,
person who drove being charged with anything potentially?
Could be. Depends, on
accomplice or whatever it's called.
Well, you'd be charged with the same crime. It all depends on what he knows. So, if you knew you were driving down there to, look for somebody to assault them or, get into a shooting. Some people have actually discussed these things. Yeah, he would be a principal to that for sure. And then, definitely driving him away. He knew what happened. He was there when he shot him. We've got the whole thing on video, but he was there when he shot him, so he knows what happened and when they drove off.
Because the vehicle was within sight of the shooting.
No, they were both on the sidewalk at the time it happened.
Oh, I see. So
they came together, they left together, and they were there together.
It wasn't like the driver of the car was waiting a number of blocks away.
He wasn't like a getaway guy.
I see.
So again, that's Wanted Wednesday, and where can you find that information and the picture?
We'll have it out on Facebook here probably before 9:00. Also on the news release on the mobile app.
So it's been about a week since that shooting occurred, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are still looking for this suspect. Is that roughly the timeline that you guys work on when you decide to make a suspect's image public?
Kind of all depends on how it goes. There's been times when we have somebody identified. We can't find them, but we think we might know where they're at. So we're going to set up some surveillance. Maybe we've got somebody identified and we're going to go up on their phone. We know if we've got the evidence to do that, so we can figure out where they are. I mean, it all depends on what we know. And in this case, we don't know. So that's when you start asking for the community's help, because, there are people out there who, one, they want to be safe when they go downtown. And this guy clearly is a threat no matter where he is. So we want to do what we can. And people understand that and they respect that. And they want to help with that. The number of tips we get on cases is always really impressive when we reach out for help. So,
and there's a surprising lack of loyalty among thieves.
Oh yeah,
or honor among thieves. They will tell on each other so fast.
Yeah.
Especially if there's a little bit of money involved, or maybe you're going to take a little time off my sentence if I heard something while I was in jail. I mean, like
sometimes. I mean, there's times though, when nobody knows anything. We had a case the other day where there's a guy in jail and our detectives are talking to him, and there was a vehicle at this house where there was a search warrant, and it turns out it was stolen. And so they're up there at the jail talking to him, and they're like, well, where'd you get the car? I acquired it. Okay, what does that mean? And he's like, that's all I got to say is I acquired that car. Okay, who'd you acquire it from? Don't know. I just acquired it. Next question. So, but yeah, sometimes you just want to tell them, you might as well just hurry up and turn yourself in, because your friends really don't like you. And they're going to tell on you here in a minute. So, but there's other
You're
times.
right, though. There are other times where everybody closes ranks, and then that makes it much harder to solve.
Yeah. And a lot of, there's times
crime.
when Chief Wingert had probably one of the conversations we had a long time ago about this very thing. And he said it it was funny the way he said it was that, if somebody shot at me, I'd be going like, yeah, that guy right there, him right there, put him in jail. But there are people who still sometimes operate on that mindset that they're afraid to say something, and they don't want to put themselves in a position where there might be retaliation or danger for them. So they just shut up and walk the other way. We understand that, and there is some truth to that depending on the circumstances, but the best way to keep yourself safe is to help us put the dangerous people in jail.
So again, you can check out Wanted Wednesday on Facebook, social media, the Des Moines Police app.
Yep.
Sergeant Parizek, thanks a lot.
Hey, thanks, guys.
515-284-5966. You can tweet at us at KXNO First Quarter. Tyler's Trivia up next on the Iowa Sports Radio Network.
Get your sports fix with Miller and Condon. Ken Miller and Trent Condon. Weekdays from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. on 106.3 KXNO and the Iowa Sports Radio Network.
From the iHeartRadio Traffic Center.
KXNO play-by-play traffic.
Westbound 8035, back to the speed limit, 12 minutes east mix to the west mix master. I-235, 7-minute drive time from the west mix to downtown, 7 from the east mix to downtown Point as well. No issues on the Highway 65 and 5 bypass.
This report is sponsored by Fairway Meat and Grocery.
Get ready to catch some savings with our can't-miss deals at Fairway. This week, Brewpub Latza Matza MVP or Patriot Pizza is just $4.99. Fairway, the best at fresh since 1938.
You've heard me rave about Kitchen Refresh. They updated our kitchen in just a few days for a fraction of the cost of the custom cabinets that I was pricing out with no demo. That's why Kitchen Refresh has installed over 500 kitchens. You can still use your space while they work. You don't even have to empty cabinets. Your kitchen, bath, bar, or laundry room will get a completely new look with lightning fast speed without sacrificing quality. Go to kitchenrefreshiowa.com for your free in-home consultation. Tell them Heather said they could help.
Remember how you felt when you were 25? Your morning workouts were a breeze. You had a drive that kicked in way before your first cup of coffee. Does it feel like you're losing your edge? You know, it might not be your age. It could be low testosterone. At Mentality, we'll get to the bottom of what's really going on and build a personalized plan using testosterone replacement and peptide therapies to help restore your energy, focus, and drive. Get back to being the guy you used to be. Book your appointment with Mentality at lowtusa.com. Again, that's lowtusa.com.
The 2026 season of Intense Tennis turned up. No weird scoring, sets, or endless matches. Intense stacks the points in the fastest version of tennis ever. 10 teams, 30,000 in cash. 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. Stream it on Intense YouTube. That's INTENNSE.
We all have someone we love, like the favorite lyric in our favorite song. You can't imagine life without them. So tell them today, I love you. Get screened. It could help save their life. Visit cancer.org/getscreened to learn more.
Ready to light up the sky? Head to Central Iowa Fireworks, Iowa's largest fireworks stand. In Newton, just off exit 164, 1 mile north. Over 1,000 different fireworks items. Incredible buy one, get 4 free deals. From fountains and artillery shells to complete backyard shows. Central Iowa Fireworks has everything you need for an unforgettable celebration. Open daily from 10 to 9. Central Iowa Fireworks, Newton, exit 164, 1 mile north. Stock up and light up the night.
If you're going to switch cell phone plans, go with the company that's made it a mission to end dead zones, and that's T-Mobile. T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular are joining forces and covering you in more places. That means cell service, even in the remote corners of rural Iowa, plus America's best 5G network with T-Mobile. Make the switch in just 15 minutes and start enjoying the perks like T-Mobile's 5-year price guarantee. There's deals when you bundle with 5G home internet and enjoy Apple TV, Hulu, and Netflix free with some plans. Plus, get the Samsung Galaxy S26 or the iPhone 17 when you make the switch. And T-Mobile offers up to $800 per line to pay off your old phones, too. T-Mobile is now available at U.S. Cellular stores. The best mobile network is based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. The combination of T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular's network footprints will enhance the T-Mobile network coverage area. Price guarantee on talks, text, and data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular. Better together. Tell them Heather sent you in.
Clive Power Days, June 18th through the 20th. For 25 years, 106.3 KXNO has been the heartbeat of Iowa sports. From Friday Night Lights to championship dreams, we've been there for every play. Here's to the fans, the teams, and the passion that keeps us going. 106.3 KXNO, Des Moines sports station for 25 years and counting.
Think your child might have swallowed the wrong medication, gotten into your household products, had a reaction to a bite or a sting? Call the Poison Helpline first for fast, free advice from medical professionals. Call 1-800-222-1222 anytime, anywhere. Save the number, save a life. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
The first quarter with Heather Burnside and Alec Bussey on 106.3 KXNO and the Iowa Sports Radio Network.
All right, it's time for Tyler's Trivia. What do you have for us today?
Oh, boy. This is one of my favorite trivias. Because sometimes you're just like, man, there's nothing going on. There's nothing organic like coming through. So why don't we do some major league leaders? This is every day.
I feel like we've done this before, and I'm terrible at it.
No, you're not. You're not terrible, I promise.
Because I just don't. My team is sucking again suddenly, so I just don't care.
We are Cubs heavy here, so get ready.
Oh, God. Who leads the league in most runners left on base? The Cubs. Who leads the league in most strikeouts? Probably Alex Bregman or Dansby Swanson. Am I getting close?
You're getting warmer. Okay, so let's start with a true or false. 2 Cubs show up in the top 20 for most stolen bases, but 0 Cardinals players. Is that true or false?
That's probably true. I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
it
very
would be
specific.
true. I don't think it would be true if Victor Scott was having a good year. The Cardinals sent him down last week. He's someone with great speed. So I'm going to say true.
It is true. PCA has 16 and Nico Horner has 12. Jordan Walker's 37th with only 10. So there's that. So it is true. Everybody gets a point. Which pitcher has the most wins in the league? Is it Davis Martin from the White Sox, Christopher Sanchez from the Phillies, or Aaron Ashby from the Brewers?
Sanchez.
The Brewers have been really good. I'll take Aaron Ashby.
And Bussy, that's it. He's got 10. Davis Martin has 9, and Sanchez has 8. So we got.
He had a big scoreless inning streak. That's why I thought I'd roll the dice.
Yeah, no, it's
also,
not.
I'm
a bad
not
one.
saying anything about good about a Brewer right now.
Which Cardinal appears in the top 10 of most home runs in the league? Is it Alec Burleson? Is it Jordan Walker? Or is it J.J. Weatherholt?
It's Jordan Walker, and he's having an MVP caliber season, but he's not going to win it.
Heather?
I'll go with Jordan Walker. I'm going with the Cardinal fan.
That is correct. It is Jordan Walker with 18. He's tied for 9th. Burleson has 13, and so he's 38th. And J.J. Weatherholt has 10. He is 64th. How many White Sox players appear in the top 20 for most home runs? Is it 3? Is it 1? Or is it 0?
You said 3, 1, and 0?
Yes.
Well, Murakami is. I know he hasn't played for a while, but I imagine he's still in the top 10. I'll say 3.
Okay. Heather?
What were my other two choices? I'll just
1 or 0.
1.
Okay. It is 3. Munetaka Murakami.
I was just trying to be contrarian.
I get you. Munetaka Murakami has 20. Colson Montgomery has 17, and Miguel Vargas has 16. How many pitchers currently in the league have an ERA under 2? Is it 1? Is it 2? Or is it 3? Are there a lot of good pitchers this year?
You guessed Sanchez earlier because of a long scoreless inning streak, so that would be a good one. I know Mizorowski has been nearly unhittable. So there's
2.
I'll say 2.
How about you, Heather?
I'm going to go with that as well.
Okay, it is 3. Jacob Mizorowski has 1.34 with Milwaukee Brewers. Christopher Sanchez, you guys both got those guys. But Cam Schittler is tied with Christopher
You can't say
Sanchez.
that on the radio.
Okay. Cam is 1.82 along with Christopher Sanchez.
Hey, you
so
didn't
they're
laugh
tied.
at my joke. You said you couldn't say that guy's name on the radio.
Schittler.
Just for a second.
I'm going to start calling everybody out.
You said Mizorowski leads Major League Baseball with a what ERA?
1.34 ERA, according
Think
to
about
ESPN.
Think about how good he's been this year, and how that is still a sizable margin between what Bob
0.5.
Gibson sent the modern era at 1.12.
Well, he's 1.34, and the next guy after him is 1.82. That's a big gap. I mean, a half a run, it's 0.5 run. That's a big gap between the two of them. So Mizorowski is pretty much far and away. All right, finally, which Cub has the best ERA of the season so far? Is it Shota Imanaga? Is it Colin Ray? Or is it Edward Cabrera?
I'm going to go with Shota, but I don't know.
What do you think, Bussy?
Who was the second option?
Colin Ray, is that how you pronounce his name?
Yeah.
R-E-A? And Edward Cabrera.
I'll go with Ray.
Okay. And you said okay.
Shota.
So it is Shota Imanaga. He is 54th with a 4.26 ERA.
That's not very good.
Colin Ray is 64th with a 5.35, and Edward Cabrera is 63rd with a 5.21 ERA. Bussy, you got trivia again today. But I appreciate both of you playing, and thanks a lot.
So did you hear that or see that Justin Verlander is supposed to be back by Saturday?
What?
Yeah, he's going to start against the White Sox. Oh, sorry, it's Sunday where he gets to start against
This
the
Sunday?
White Sox. Yeah.
Oh, Jason Kemp's getting a text here pretty soon.
Why would Jason Kemp get a text?
Are they here?
No.
No,
Oh.
but
Sorry.
back. She
There's-
met with the big club.
Yeah, with
Shoot.
the Tigers, the team you profess to be your team. Hello.
No, I think
I know that. I thought he
No,
was gonna
Tyler
be
was
here
just
again.
having a misunderstanding. He thought by back you meant in Des Moines. I
I
was
was
thinking
like,
no. I think she means
Genesis.
in the
Sorry.
major leagues.
Must be some misunderstanding. Must be some kind of mistake.
There
He
must
is going to be in fact, the oldest active player in the major leagues at 43 and will be making his start on Sunday.
I don't believe he was having a very good year before he got injured.
He looked good in the minor leagues when I saw.
He only had one start this season and gave up 5 runs and 6 hits.
It's not
Took
great.
the loss.
Yikes.
That is not very good.
But yeah, it's going to be good. iCubs are at home all week. Apparently there's going to be, fireworks on Friday night. I think next week. Is that true? They're going to have a bark at the park or, bring your dog to the ballpark every month this year instead of only doing it in the spring and in the late summer. So I want to say
team loyalties notwithstanding. Okay. All 3 of us, we got Tigers, Cardinals, Cubs. Which team at the end of the season has the better season overall? I'd say right now the Cardinals have had the best overall season, followed by the Cubs and Tigers. Although Cubs and Tigers right now.
I don't want this to be a homer take, but I'm at the point where I think I would be pretty concerned if I was a Cubs fan.
I am concerned.
They're 8
as
games
a Tigers
back in
fan.
the division. The Cardinals are 4.5 back, so the gap between the Cardinals and the Cubs is only about 4 games. It's hard for me to answer that because I don't know what the Cardinals are going to do at the deadline.
How many of our teams make the playoffs? 1, 2, or 3?
I think the over/under has to be set at 0.5.
Yeah, because there's only going to be
Cardinals and nobody else. I think honestly.
I don't know that either Cardinals or the Cubs get in.
I think the Tigers will.
I think there's a strong possibility that one of them will. The Tigers, the Tigers will not.
There's still a long season, and they're
Can we discuss the possibility that the White Sox might end up being in the postseason? They are leading the division. Granted, it's not a great division, but my God. Dan Patrick on the way next, live and local noon to 6 here
baby.
on the Iowa Sports Radio Network.
From the iHeartRadio Traffic Center.
KXNO play-by-play traffic.